Hello YouTube and welcome back to Fire Gaming Project. So in this video, it'll be my regularly, my usual, let's say, daily chat and routine video, where I'll just be gameplaying in the background and chatting with you guys and girls about random topics. We could talk about the game, of course, as well. So yeah, feel free to join me, and I'm just going to get set up here. I'm going to put in the thumbnail, the tags, and the description, and then I'm going to post the link into my Discord server, as well as then open up a separate chat window, so stay with me, please. Yes, and then we're good to go, yeah. And then as I just finished the Arataki Ito drum along event, I'm a little disappointed that the ending was like that. It's also very confusing the way that it was done. I don't know, that's not their best way of doing it in my opinion, but yeah, it just wasn't done well in my opinion, the ending, if that's the ending. I'm hoping that there's actually a little bit more. Maybe there's like an extra little scene tomorrow, I don't know. But if not, then if that's the ending, then that's kind of lackluster, to be honest. I expected it to have an actual like ending with like the characters involved, like Ito, Kuki Shinobu, Kujosara, Ayato, Toma, like the people that were mentioned on the bulletin board. I thought that would be kind of fun. Yeah, but clearly that is not what they had in mind. So if that's the case, we'll see. We'll wait and see, right? But I've finished the event. It's hard, but it's fun, and definitely, it's at least they're very lenient in the way that they let us get all the rewards for 60% completion percentage only. So it's not too bad. Yeah, so good luck to everyone, and you guys still have plenty of time to get all those rewards. So don't let those rewards leave them on, don't let them stay on the table. Don't leave them on the table, let's say. All right, turns out I didn't make the thumbnail yet. That's why I was just quickly making it while I was talking. So here we go. It's usually my template, and then I just change the date on it, as you can tell. And I sometimes change the template here and there, depending on the wallpapers that are officially provided on the Hoyoverse Genshin Impact Twitter page. That's where I get my artwork from. Perfect. Okay, so let's get to it. I'm going to open up a separate chat window while that's generating a link for me. It's saving, and then it's going to create a link, and then I'm going to then, let's see, then post it into my Discord server, and then we're good to go. So here we go. It's generating me the link. Okay, there we go. Discord server. My Discord is loading. Okay, it's taking forever to load. Okay. Perfect. Okay, that's done now. So now I'm back to my chat window. Okay, so we're good to go. So I'm just going to be doing my usual routine, and then I will be, my weekly, daily routine-ish, and then we're good to go. So let's see, what do we have here? Do I have my thing yet? Here, let's see. 45 minutes. Okay, 44. Okay, fine. So it's a new week, so we get to have this again. That's good. Let's see. Okay, I like to buy out the shops right away, but I also like to submit this. Oh, actually, you know what? I shouldn't submit anything to him yet, because what if I get a billet? So what I won't do is that part yet. So I'll buy out the shop first, and then I will go from there. We're gonna do the weekly bosses first to determine if I can get a billet early or not. I mean, we do have 3 chances, after all. I'm still pre-farming for Kuki Shinobu, she will be making her debut in, I think, is it another day or two? About just over a day from me. So obviously Asia server is going to get it first, so that's great. So let me just go ahead and buy out the shops first, and then we will go and kill 3 of the weekly bosses, and then see if we get any billets, and then I will submit stuff for forging, etc. My usual stuff, right? Then commissions, probably the excuse me, the weekly bounties, etc. I'm gonna drink some water. Okay, perfect. Okay, and then we'll see if the artifact lady is selling anything today. If she is, then we'll go here, and then Liya as well. If she's not, then that's fine. It's once a week only. And believe me, I need trash artifacts as well, so that I can use them as fodder for building Cookie Shinobu's pieces. I just spent all of my artifact fodder leveling up Yanfei, Ningguang, no, sorry, Yanfei, Noelle, I'm looking at Ningguang, that's right, and Barbara, yes. So I just posted videos about that as well, so if you're interested, check out my updated reviews for those characters, because they're still on the current banner before the Iritaki Ito and Cookie Shinobu banner makes their debut. Well, Cookie Shinobu is debuting, and Arataki Ito will be rerunning. Alright, so let's go and kill off Raiden Shogun's puppet first, and we'll go from there. Oops, I'm not picking the right thing. I want this, yes. Oh, okay. So let's get this done. Let's hope for a billet. Let's hope for a billet. Although I have all the good craftables already, this just more collection purposes and at least give me a goal and a purpose to do this. Oh shoot, she flew away? Oh, annoying. Annoying. Wasted it. Oh, my Raiden. Sorry, my Hu Tao took damage. She can do her stupid like slash thing. Oh, that. Oh, she drained my energy collection. Right, that's her thing. Oh! That's fine. I was stepping in that range. I thought I was protected by the shield. I think it just wore off at that moment. Ooh, my Hu Tao is dead. Well, mind you, Hu Tao always has that risk-reward situation. Why not do the unlimited blade work challenge? Because it's gonna take forever. But you're right, maybe I should just do it. Ah, no billet, but I got some one of these crystal things. Okay, let's see, what's this? It's kind of blah. Okay. Okay, I'll do the unlimited blade works challenge. Not right now, but let me finish doing these things first. Maybe I'll do that like as a separate, it's like little video. I'll pre-record it and then I'll upload it separately later this week. Then, thank you. I'll just do it then. You're right. I should just do it. And I tried looking for beat maps to do, but I don't think there are that many that are like from North America. And I don't know that they're going to be easy. I'll be honest. It's going to be kind of embarrassing to like do it and then fail someone else's beat map. I don't know. Okay, so let's see. Cookie Shinobu wears a mask because she doesn't want to be noticed, right? Yes. And why does she dye her hair green? Exactly. She's very obvious, right? And then in addition, like, you know, she wears like a skimpy little ninja outfit. Like, how can no one notice? And then she's technically the only one wearing a mask. Like the soldiers and other people aren't even wearing masks. So like it's very hard. Like, I mean, she doesn't. I don't know if she doesn't want to be noticed. Maybe she just wants people to see her face, right? But then like the reality is, people are gonna notice her. Okay. Yeah.
你在瑟瑟发抖吗？是因为这极寒，还是恐惧呢？
安如磐石，天理长驱。
姿势，刺客，自以为是。无处遁逃。代行冰之女皇的恩威。
Or the stupid butterflies, because I didn't bring a pyro cryptor, so I do need them. Oh, and I do need to do this. Well, I already got those achievements here, so. I'm cheaping out here. That's why I brought Coco so that I can heal. Her reasoning is completely weird, for sure.
天动万象，
奥影看破，帮帮忙，翻涌吧！无处遁逃。
固若金汤。
Ugh, I need this again.
休养生息，也很疼。中场是倒光，真痛苦。不需要。
Ugh, no billet again. Okay. Defense, okay, garbage, and this last one is actually okay. I'm gonna keep this one. Okay, she seems like a goth fed up with conforming to her family's wishes, so she rebels and does what she likes, joins a punk group and dresses like that. Yeah, exactly. Sounds right, about right. Because, you know, a lot of really smart kids and people in general, this is not a, well, I don't know if this is a generalization, but there's a lot of them that like to rebel, right? You know, like people that go to like private school, boarding school, like the rich kids, they like to do like, I'm just saying, some of them like to do drugs and like to like, you know, do really risky things like drugs or like illegal things or, you know, things that, you know, because they were like, because their life was kind of made easy for them because they were born rich. In some cases, right? You know, and then people planned out their like life for them, and they don't like that, right? You know, so yeah, he's actually really talented and very smart, and like the rest. Yeah, exactly, totally. Okay, so let's go and do. Oh, so how was your weekend, Rishav? The weekend's over now, but for me, every day is the weekend now. Just trying to get their energy up. Ugh.
金汤。
Stupid. Fine, you get lots of college assignments. Oh, okay. Did you see Chun Chun's messages in the Discord? He said that he got buffed now. That's good.
无处遁逃。
And somehow that made him feel happier about school,
天道
which is great. I mean, whatever you know helps you like boost your confidence, of course.
此刻，寂灭之时。
Well, that was a big hit. I took off like the 1/3 that I needed, so I don't need to stand here anymore because there's nothing else that's gonna happen.
安如磐石。
Oh, you can't jump over them? Oh.
不太擅长危机应对啊。
I thought you can jump them like Raiden's like waves. Okay, whatever.
休养生息。沧海之约，奥影看破。
安如磐石。
收。微光无射。
天理长驱。
I was just trying to heal him more than do anything else.
道光，亦是永恒。
Oh, it appears right next to me. Nice. And no billets. Damn it. Okay, this is like an okay one. I don't think it's like the greatest. I'll keep it for now. Anything interesting over the weekend or anything? Anything fun? Nothing? Just work, I guess, studying? So I continued looking. So you're right, thank you. I did double check the iPhone 12 Pro versus the iPhone 12 Pro Max. So I think I'm gonna pick up the Pro instead. But again, no rush because it's not like, you know, there's any, like, I mean, the longer I wait, technically the cheaper it can be, in my opinion. And it's not like I'm dying to like get it so that I can start making iPhone related videos like right now. So I'm not sure. To be honest, I was thinking over the last few days more, like since the last stream, I was thinking more about like where my channel could go. I don't know. Okay, so hear me out. So this is just my internal struggle right now. So I thought like, okay, I will open up a separate channel and then talk about other topics, for example, right? You know, not related to this. But then I thought, but then I would have to then accumulate like, get that one monetized and like accumulate that again. And it's not guaranteed that that's going to happen anytime soon either, right? You know what I mean? So then I thought, then isn't it better to like try to focus on this one because at least this one's monetized? Yes, like every little bit counts, right? But then I don't want to like dilute the situation here because this is obviously a gaming channel. So if I start talking about other topics, I don't know if that's interesting or not. I don't know. So that's why there's that balance I'm trying to play here. So I'm like, should I open another channel? But the other channel is like, I have to start from complete like scratch again. Yeah, but the topics would be completely different, not gaming related. So there's that. And then I looked at the laptops again. Yes. Okay. So originally I was gonna get the Surface Pro 8, as I told you, and I was gonna get the base i7 model. And because I didn't want, okay, so they have the really lowest model, the super base model is the i5 model, but then I wanted like at least a step above i7, and then I wanted like 16 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage SSD. So that was the one that I was going to go for. So actually, that's not even the lowest i7. Sorry, that is the lowest i7. Sorry, yes. So then, but then I was playing with the numbers, and like it's basically like obviously more expensive than the i5 version. So I was thinking maybe I should just pick up the i5 version with 8 gigs of RAM and 256 SSD, because 8 gigs of RAM technically is sufficient for our current needs. So what do you think? Now, with that being said though, the reason why I'm still talking about the Surface Pro, even though you mentioned, and you and Junjun were very nice and mentioned other laptops, thank you, because I figured that the Surface Pro like is only like a little bit more expensive if I pick the i5 version than the ones that you guys mentioned, and at least I know what I'm getting into with a Surface Pro because I'm already using one, versus trying my luck with another laptop, you know? So that's all. Okay, yes, the Pro is the best. Okay, yeah, because then people did different comparisons, and they said Pro is good enough for most YouTubers and most people already. Pro is definitely more than a person needs if they're just using it as a phone and for like apps. Okay, but so then regular people should just get a 12. But then like regular as in like people that don't do like videos, or people that just do like TikTok videos or shorts, then they can just use the regular one. But Pro is better for people that want a little bit extra quality, but they don't need to go with the Pro Max version, because even a Pro Max apparently is still not as good, but close to, not as good as a DSLR obviously, and that's even more Pro. So yes, the Pro is good, and you save a little bit. I think in Canada, at least where I'm at, it's like $100 difference, obviously plus taxes. So it's still a reasonable price to save. So yes, 12 Pro is the one I'm going to go for. I believe, I think it's 256 gig storage, I think, or am I wrong? Or is it like 128? I don't remember now. But anyway, or whatever it is, yeah. Anyway, so that's the one, okay. And then like you can pepper other content in here, okay. It shouldn't harm your standing. If you're sure you're gonna make a lot of videos on some other content, only then make another channel, okay, that's a good point, yeah. Like I can create another section here and then just put them in another playlist. Like, you know, I have my little shorts section, so then like, yeah, I guess I can push them into that. Like not shorts, but like name another playlist, and then for people that want to. I won't rename my channel. I'll keep my avatar picture. I'm still gonna keep it, of course, gaming project. But you know, I guess the project aspect of it will include the other stuff. No, so that's good, yeah. And then you'll want at least 16 gigs and 512 gigabytes today. Okay, that's good to know, thank you. So yeah, I'm leaning towards then, because I don't want to pay for the i5 version and because you have to pay for the upgrades to get it to 16 gigs. So then I'm like, what's the point then? I might as well just pay the extra upfront for the i7 one then. So then the i7, 16 gigs, and then 512 gigabytes is good. But then people said that don't buy the memory that comes at factory. You can buy the expandable extra SSD memory card and plug it in separately to get the extra that you need. So then I thought, okay, so then that's why I was going with the base one i7 to 56 gigabytes and then 16 gigs, and then I can buy extra external SSD memory and add it in, slot it in that way. i5 is fine? Okay. Okay, so that's good to know. Okay, so I will look into it some more. Right now, the prices are all very close to each other. The only major savings is if I go the i5 8 gig route, that's being the cheapest one, and 256 gigs, right? That's the cheapest one. I think that works out to be around $1,500 or $1,600 in Canadian dollars. And then I have to buy the type cover because the Surface Pro 8 will no longer use any of the previous peripheral stuff, whereas if I was to buy the 7, which I talked about last time, 7 or 7 Plus, it will still be using I could still use my keyboard from my Surface Pro 4, which I'm currently using. Because then basically from anything from 7 Plus and down, they are interchangeable for the pencil and the keyboard. Now, moving forward though, for the 8, the original pencil will still work. However, the new pencil is better, and there's a bundle that comes with the keyboard. So then I'm just going to go for that. Now I'm waiting till August because I told you guys before that my in Canada, our school year starts in September, and they have something called back to school sales in August. And that's when electronics for students and like school supplies basically goes on sale. So I'm kind of holding out and seeing if I can wait till back to school sale and see if I can get like the laptop cheaper, or if it can just be the laptop for whatever same price it is now, plus maybe like they'll give the keyboard at a discount, or the keyboard and the pen bundle at a discount or for free or something. I don't know. That'd be nice. Something like that, right? So then yeah, and then the i7 version is around $2,000, I believe, 2,000 something. And then yeah, so then to adding on the extra stuff is another 350, I believe, on top, and then we have to pay taxes here. So if I go like hardcore, like higher end, it's gonna be like $2,500, which I don't plan to. But so I'm leaning towards maybe the budget should be around 2,000, including the keyboard and the pen. So we'll see. Yeah. Not all i7s and i5s are the same. The one in the Surface is 15 watts, and the one in the ones I linked and Chinchun are 45 watts. A 45 i5 is about as powerful as a 15-watt i7, but cheaper. Oh, okay, that's good to know. The Surface looks good at a starting price, but you need accessories to make it useful, and when you add in the stuff, it gets much more. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Yeah, no, totally. I'm not rushing, so like, there's no rush. I'm still open to like picking other laptops as well, for sure. I'm just yeah, I was just leaning towards that because obviously I have I love my Surface Pro 4. If it wasn't like glitching on me now, I wouldn't even be considering a new one. It has done me well. I traveled with this laptop all the time. I did my some of my work Zoom
这个
meetings
世间
and
行
Skype
走，
meetings on here. I
是
love
再
it.
多一点
Did
的
lots
锻
of
炼，
job interviews
需要
previously
我帮你围在
on
一
here.
圈。
So and obviously any future job interviews would be on here as well. So, and I do lots of stuff on here. I do like, stocks on here. I do a lot of stuff on this, obviously, because I've had it for so many years. So, yeah, that's my thing. Oops. Okay, so now that we didn't get any billets, I'm gonna quickly like stuff all this into like the blacksmith now. Okay. And then we can go and do the commissions. Oh, and I have to go and grab the bounties and request things. Asus laptops are also easy to repair. Lots of third-party repair shops repair them for cheap, but the Surfaces, you need a specialized repair shop and repair is expensive. That's true too. I had an Asus before. Now, the only problem with my Asus from before, it was larger and it was heavier. Of course, it was older. It did last me for a few years, but didn't last me as long as my current Surface did. It was cheaper though, and it was good. I still have it in my closet. Um, yeah, so I mean, I didn't have any bad experience with it, but I know that they're not horrible. So I would be okay with another Asus, especially now that obviously this is so many years later. So it should be even better now. Yeah. Okay, so that's good. Thank you for answering a few of my questions. Yeah, and then like also the other thing that happened recently since a few days ago, actually after that last stream I did, for some reason my revenue on this channel has decreased significantly. It dropped to near zero, and then I was like, what the heck happened? So I submitted a email via YouTube, internal for like channels, and yeah, like they closed it and they didn't do anything and they didn't respond to me. So I sent another one right before this stream. So I don't know. They're probably not gonna respond to me either and just ignore it. I don't know. I don't know if it's a bug. I know that I saw online that there was a bug last year in July 2021 where a lot of people were complaining though. So a lot of people maybe right now maybe only it's affecting me. I don't know. Where they weren't getting accurate earnings, revenues in their YouTube platform, their analytics. So then they were getting inaccurate like estimates and stuff, and then yeah. Anyway, so I'm not sure about what's going on right now. So anyway, we'll see. I mean, nothing I can do about it, right? What can I do? I can't fight YouTube over that, right? So I'm just sharing. So it's clearly like something that has affected me. But anyway, I don't make a lot obviously, but I thought that I would be getting closer to getting a payout if we were on track because my views and such were steady. Let's say I'm not gonna say like I'm making a lot or anything, but I was hoping to get a payout for this month, including like all the previous, so that I could accumulate the $100. But anyway, it's sad. I know it sounds sad. It does. I'm such a small channel. Okay, so Dell sometimes has sales too. Yeah, I know. So Dell is one of the discount ones that's always on sale, and they are known to be cheap. The only problem with them is that they're also known to be low quality for their baseline one, unfortunately. So that's the only problem. They don't last long. In the studio page, they have already put it as a notification. Lots of channels are suffering from low revenue now due to an error with the algorithm. It will be compensated later. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't notice. Oops. So I've been sending them these emails. They're gonna get really pissed at me. I didn't notice that there's that actual notification. That's stupid then. Or maybe I turned off my notification. They should have a notification that actually comes up when I go in there. I'm doing it on my phone app. So when I go in the phone app, I don't get notifications in there. Maybe I have to do it in my... Hang on. I'm gonna... Speaking of it, I'm going to talk about this right now. I'm going to go into my back end on this video and see if there's a notification there now. Interesting. No, I don't see any notifications here. Okay. Okay, so maybe that's why they're just closing my request because it's a known issue? Okay. I figure it's a known issue then because it's like, this is so messed up. Okay. I went to the desktop one now and I don't see it. In the analytics page, I don't see it. That's okay. There's nothing that I don't have. I don't know why, but maybe I don't have notifications. I don't know. Does everyone get the notification or only the people that are affected they're going to fix? Well, regardless, let's just wait and see, right? I hope that they fix it then. It's messed up because they recently updated. I know that they updated a few days ago. I did see that notification that they were updating their thing. They're doing maintenance or whatever. I think that the maintenance screwed it up. Clearly. I also look back at my last few months. There are always a few days in between of a few days of good earnings, like decent earnings, where it dips like to near the bottom. So I don't know if those are related or I don't know. I guess those are not then because I can't remember. Obviously, I don't take a log of what I did on each day. So maybe on those days there really wasn't much activity. Then what can I do, right? But for I guess for the recent ones, at least these ones, I'm tracking it more actively now. So I guess yeah, let's just go with that. So anyway, what the dates I submitted was from June 16th onward. So I don't think they're going to go backwards any further. But you never know. Oh well, let's just wait and see what happens, I guess. Hi, Higegaya-kun. How are you? Help you with a quest? You'll see a part of horizontal striped lines in the earning page. There's a button there. You'll get a notification there. Hey, please reply. So, are you on the North America server? Because if you're not, I won't be able to help you with any quests, unfortunately, because I'm on the North America server and we're region locked. Asia. Yeah, so I won't be able to help you, unfortunately. Sorry. Yeah, we're region locked, because we have to be in the same region. And also on PS5, I'm also region locked too. You'll see the dip because the algorithm adjusts the income based on ads served. It thinks it gave you more money than it received for the ads, so they don't give you much for the last few days. Oh, is that how it works? Oh, okay, hang on. You're so smart. I have no idea. Okay. So, okay, you'll see the dip because the algorithm adjusts the income based on the ads. I'm just rereading it. Oh, I see. That's why it dips. Okay, so it auto adjusts every few days. Oh, cool. I did not know that. Thank you. With a PC, I'll no longer be region locked? Oh, that's true, but I don't know that I would play this game on PC. Because I wouldn't be able to do it on keyboard. I can't play it on obviously my current Surface Pro 4, but maybe with a newer laptop? Maybe, I don't know. Okay, what am I doing? Oh, I was going to go kill that thing. Yes. India, sir. Asia. Okay, cool. Rishav is also in India. You are the manager for Project Melody's channel? Oh, cool. Wow. Oh, immune too. I'm like slashing at him like crazy. I'm like, what? Nice, that's good. Okay, thank you. So that's good to know. Okay, so that's good. So luckily I didn't raise up like an issue on any past months then. Okay, that makes sense then. Okay, then I can understand that. So then at least the one that's recent is definitely the big issue then. Okay. Okay, well we'll just see what happens then. Okay, whatever. They can close it then. And then I'll just not send them another one. I wasn't nasty in my email, just so we're clear. My email's pretty professional. I just kept, obviously I consider this kind of like a job, right? So then like, I have to keep it professional, of course. So like, you know, I just said like, oh, I noticed that you closed it yesterday, but you didn't respond and no change has happened. Please look into it again, kind of thing. So, they'll probably just close it again. And then I took a little, another, I guess you can call it almost like a week off from writing again. I did that last week, I think, or the week before. And then like, the good thing with my writing though, luckily, people still read my stuff because I like to think of myself as a pretty decent writer. So anyway, so I still make money even though I'm not actively writing new content. So that's different. I mean, definitely it works the same as, like for this, like YouTube, where like you can still make money on older videos, right? I get that, right? But then I find with Genshin though, unfortunately, I don't find that people care so much about the older stuff. They only want to know the newer stuff. That's the truth. Whereas with articles or writing, blog writing, depending on the topic and what it is, if you don't write it in a way where or if it's not meant to be like something that's like a one-time read, you know, then at least like it has its purpose. So I'm lucky, I guess you can say, where this it has continued to grow. So yeah, but yeah, I was gonna so today was actually Sunday for me. It's obviously Monday early evening morning now, 2:30 a.m. And I was going to like do like a whole day of writing today, but I didn't end up doing that. So I will do writing tomorrow. Yeah, and I was gonna catch up because obviously still new content is important, and so much news has happened that's interesting that I want to write about. And a lot of it is about investments as well, and money. That's one of my topics. That's why. So that I write for. So, yeah, yeah. But definitely, I will be talking about YouTube too. Hmm. I think I was here just to collect those few um, fodder artifacts, because it does happen every few days where you can get some. Ugh, I hate the thorn. So I've been pre-farming a little bit for Cookie Shinobu. Turns out I have most of her stuff already. Like, she needs like those purple flowers from Inazuma. I got those already, so we don't need to farm them. She needs Elegance talent books, and she needs like obviously the Ruined Serpent. Those are the only things I need to farm actually. Everything else I have. So that's good. And also I need to get crap artifacts in order to level up her artifact set. I'm leaning towards maybe if I have, I'm not gonna farm specific because she's a 4-star. I'm not gonna farm specifically to get her new artifacts. I'm just gonna give her whatever I have. However, I will be willing to farm for emblem and what is it? Emblem and Shimenawa set domain, so that other characters could benefit from that farming. Obviously, right? Make use of the resin, obviously, right? You know, so. Yeah, but anyway, I'm probably gonna give her like an emblem. If I can give her a 4-piece set, I'll give her a 4-piece set. But if I can't not give her a 4-piece set, I'll give her a 2-piece emblem, and maybe a 2-piece Shimenawa or a gladiator or like something like that, or maybe like a 2-piece tenacity. I don't have that many tenacity at the middle of the set. That's why, and I don't want to farm for her just specifically for that. That's why. So we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah. The other thing that people are saying is that she not only scales from HP, that she might have some aspect with Elemental Mastery. I don't know that's true. I think that's just going to be HP, I have a feeling. I don't think she's a split scaling character. Because there's a lot of other characters out there that say that they might benefit from another like stat, but then realistically it's very minor. So I have a feeling that's her case, like where it just says that she'll benefit from like what do you call it? Like elemental mastery. I don't think she actually benefits much. So yeah. Did I watch Spiderhead? No, I know it came out. It's actually on my to watch list. I haven't watched it yet. Is it good? It's based on a book. And it looks better than Nine Perfect Strangers, which came out on Amazon Prime. I didn't like Nine Perfect Strangers. Nine Perfect Strangers is a series though. The idea is basically similar. Nine Perfect Strangers is like these people go to this retreat on this island or this secluded area, let's say, and then Nicole Kidman is the main actress, and it's an all-star cast, and these 9 people were selected to go join her for this thing, and then it's like a retreat, but then they're trying to like self-improve and help themselves, but technically she's also experimenting on them with drugs. That's basically similar to Spiderhead, I believe. However, Spiderhead is that there are people in jail, right? That's the difference. But the idea is similar, yeah. So I'll be honest, I didn't like Nine Perfect Strangers. It was okay. I didn't like it. Like, not because they were bad at acting, I just didn't think that the story was that good. You have a God Hydro set? Nice. Crit stats across everything? Nice. And minimum 30 crit. Wow, nice. I mean, I heard that there's rumors, speculation, that in 3.0 or whatnot later, there's gonna be like a crit set that might come, but I don't know if that's just people being like wishful thinking, you know what I mean? Yeah, I have a feeling it's more like wishful thinking, to be very
无
honest.
处遁逃。将至，无念断绝，
天
Is
地
he
长
immune?
驱
Oh, okay. Here I was like just doing.
定胜
Okay.
劝你放弃，永别了。
Whatever. Not even paying attention, because obviously the purpose of these streams are to chat with you guys, not really to like focus too much on the game. The game is just in the background, yeah.
安如磐石。
You haven't watched it, heard it's good, you have no characters to give it to, just hold on for now then, unless you go for other Hydro characters in the future. There might be more coming actually, because they still have to balance Hydro. They haven't balanced Hydro and they haven't balanced enough Catalyst users yet. There's so many bow characters, and there's so many like pole arm users, I guess you could say, but they haven't balanced, because they have to find that balance. They have not that many Claymore users again, all of a sudden, I don't know. Watch The Boys. Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. So season 3 has been Jensen Ackles, one of my favorite actors is joining the cast as Soldier Man, Soldier Boy, whatever. Yeah. So he's like a Captain America style kind of character. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I talked about it because he was on this other series called Supernatural, which I watched for like the whole duration. Like I think it was on for, was it 10 years or 11 years? It was a long duration and I watched every episode because that's all about catching ghosts and demons and stuff like that. So like anyway, so yeah, like he's joining after that wrapped, the series ended, and then he joined The Boys. So that's good. I'm gonna go kill these 2 samurais that are right here.
此乃天道。
I'm getting distracted, but I'm gonna kill them, and then we're gonna do the rest of the commissions and stuff. Soldier Boy is a dick? Oh, okay. So he's not like Captain America? Okay. Well, I think that all the superheroes in The Boys are supposed to be evil, right? Like, I haven't watched season 1, so I don't even know. I just saw the trailer many years ago. My friends tell me it's good. So I know that they're assholes for the most part, because then like they don't care about the people, they care about the money and they care about like the fame or whatever. It's different, it's like twisted, which is interesting, right? So, yeah. Oh, hi, Sacaldo. Welcome. We're just talking about random stuff. We're talking about shows right now. So, Nine Perfect Strangers, let me just go back up a little bit, is like a cure for wellness. So, Nine Perfect Strangers is like, yeah, like the theme is, I don't want to spoil it, obviously, but the theme is like there's a wellness issue there. The people all have issues. They want to go there to get cured. And they thought it's I guess you can call it like a psychological retreat, where there's like therapy and like group bonding sessions and stuff like that. So that stuff still happens. However, I don't know if it's really a twist because I'm pretty sure it's obvious in the trailer that there are drugs involved, experimental drugs. So it's very similar to how the Spiderhead like trailer like pretty much reveals that there's drugs as well. So yeah. So if the cryo set is a crit rate booster, there has to be a set that will be a crit damage booster, correct. But the crit rate booster for the cryo set isn't even that great. It's only good for like specifically like if they're frozen and if they're also affected by cryo, and it's very specific. It's not like a general like you know how like those HP ones are like actually we don't have those HP ones in the 5-star artifact realm. But there are you know those ones where you can gain like well, there are kind of, I guess. You can say tenacity is like that then. Yeah, you gain HP and then like you get a damage bonus from the HP, like yeah. Can you review my account? Oh, sorry, I didn't see that. What's your server, Sacaldo? Yes, Asia. Unfortunately, I can only view accounts in North America. Yeah, that's the only problem. But you can join the Discord and send the screenshots to the server. Thank you, Risha, for answering that. Yes, exactly. Sorry for my delay in looking at that. I Care for Wellness is a movie. Oh, the premise for Nine Perfect Strangers sounds similar. Ah, okay, I see what you mean. So probably then. I never watched The Cure for Wellness. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know if that. I didn't think that it was that good. I'll be honest. Yeah. But some people, like one of my former colleagues at my last job, she said that she really loved the book Nine Perfect Strangers, and I guess she liked the series as well, because she liked the book, right? Nothing wrong with that. I just didn't think that it was that good. But I didn't read the book, so I don't know. Like I felt like it was dragged out, and like obviously there's 9 characters plus Nicole Kidman plus her staff, so there's actually like 12 or something characters, and I feel like either the pacing of the show wasn't that done well, like where they're not all fully developed, or some of them have more screen time than others, right? And then it becomes like, well, do I even care like about each character? I don't know, like you know, so yeah. Of course, their performances are good because it's an all-star cast. Like the acting is not the issue. It's just the way that the storytelling was like. Obviously, I will say the last few episodes, like there is a twist, obviously, and those make it interesting for sure. But to sit through the beginning few episodes, like the middle ones, were really boring. So I don't know. But I'll be honest, because I watch a lot of shows, so I guess my patience is like a little bit thinner as well. Because when I watch, like sometimes I binge them, and sometimes I don't binge them, but I watch them over several days. Like usually, like the 10 episode shows or whatever, the mini series, I usually can finish them like in a week, right? Like if I was to like space them out like 2 episodes a day or like 1 episode a day or whatever. And because I do watch some of them like back to back, like right after one ends, I start another one. Then I have like a basis for comparison. Some things are like better, like some things are just like the story is just told better in a faster way that I like, and some of them are just not told in a good way, you know. So yeah. And then there's this other series. Speaking of Nicole Kidman, there's another series called Roar. It's a mini series. It has like I think it's 8 or 10 short stories about. It's also based on a book, and it's a book of short stories. So it's each episode is about a different woman, and each woman has a different problem, but the problem is not necessarily a bad thing in some cases. I'll be honest. I couldn't finish the series, and I stopped caring about each of their stories because there's only like it's like any of those ones where it's like there's separate little short stories. Not all of the short stories are interesting. So yeah. And I feel like there was like again it's the storytelling wasn't done well. That's just me. Now this sounds really nasty for me, obviously, because I'm not like some kind of like professional like filmography critic or something. But then like I'm just as a viewer, I just couldn't stay watching. Again, performance wise though, the actors and actresses are really good. It's an all-star cast as well. It's just I lost interest. Yeah. So I don't fully understand Japanese, obviously, as we talked about this as well. But like previously, I was yesterday I stayed up late and I didn't stream or anything like that. But I stayed up late and I was watching like Japanese dramas, but like not the modern ones, the ones that take place like in the palace in the Edo period or even before. Uh, yeah, I find them interesting. So anyway, yeah. So that's what I was watching. So they're like that period drama, costume drama style. Yeah. And the one that I was watching, it's like a rerun. It's on Japanese television. So it's a rerun. It's called Oku, and like it's about like the emperor and all his women in the harem. Yeah. So, and then how the women try to kill each other and kill each other's kids and all that drama that goes on. Yeah, that is always entertaining. I didn't fully understand it, but I understood enough. Yes. And obviously, because it's a period drama, the way they speak is obviously like old, like style, like the way that the words are used and stuff. Yeah.
天理
And
长
obviously, you
驱，
can understand just by the actions that they're portraying as well. And then, like, speaking of that series, it was so successful that it spawned multiple seasons over multiple decades. But in addition, what they did do was they made another reversed version, they call it, a reversal, where it's like, obviously in history, it's a male emperor and a bunch of women are in his harem. And then, like, in the reversed version, it's a female shogun emperor, with men in her harem. And then the men are also scheming to heal each other as well, of course. So, and then that one is based on a popular manga series that was never turned into an anime, and that was very popular for like a decade ago. So that's how I know about it. And then there was several movie adaptations as well, which I did watch, and because they have some of my favorite Japanese actors in there. So I thought it was well done. Yeah. Oh, they flew away. Huh.
安如磐石，
Oh well then, whatever. Let's just collect these things.
安如磐石，
I think that's it for this side. And I think I already collected, yeah, these two here. And I think there's a few more items here. So Rishab, are you going to pull for Kuki Shinobu and try to get one copy of her? Or how many copies are you trying to get for her, if you are?
实验对象选错了。
Oh, hope I don't spend too many wishes on her because she's a 4-star character after all. I'm not going to go for C6, but I will want one copy of her. The leaks that keep circulating right now show that she's actually quite cool, but mind you, those are test server leaks and those are beta, and in addition, they can control, like, they have perfect, like, obviously artifacts and perfect everything. So that's not really realistic, right? You know? I mean, her animations are cool, but I don't know if people actually will use her in that way. Maybe, I don't know, because she can be a combat and a healer. But I have a feeling she's gonna skew more towards being a healer. So therefore, I don't know. One copy, yeah, that's good. Yeah, and I'm gonna say my wishes, and I'm gonna do the same thing for Shikanoy and Hazo in the next in 2.8 and get one copy as well. And then all remaining wishes should be saved for 3.0 and 3.1, obviously, because we're gonna get a ton of new characters there. So there's really no point in trying to get try to collect 4-star characters, right? That's silly. Oh, they didn't all die. Oh.
安如磐石，
暴影看破，
Yeah, all good. So we'll do that then. And then the other thing that I was doing the last few days was I was actually watching some YouTube tutorials for simple like edits and stuff. So I know on MacBooks and MacBook Pros and MacBook Airs and stuff, you can get like obviously Apple, right? You can do iMovie. iMovie does not exist for Windows, obviously, because it's a Mac exclusive and they make it, right? It's free. So I was looking at alternatives. So obviously we want alternatives that are free and are easy to use. I don't need them to have every single professional function because I'm not going to be able to use them all anyway. But anyway, I was like looking up different things and different things that people can do, and I was learning. But a lot of the video tutorials are based on iMovie, but the way that they word it is that it should be similar enough in other like editors, programs, software. So anyway, I was looking that up. So am like taking this seriously because I have the time now to take it more seriously and to spend a little more time on these things. Now, of course, the most recent videos that I posted that were like Noelle, Yanfei, and Barbara, just updated reviews of them really, was to test out, you know, doing like uploaded videos versus streamed videos. So yeah. So moving forward, I will try to do more uploaded videos for the shorter ones, and then anything gameplay related will still be gameplay live streams. So even like earlier today, that that Arataki Ito drum event, like that one was still like obviously a live stream, right? But then like all other events that are shorter, I will try my best to upload them versus stream them to see if that helps the algorithm a little bit. Yeah.
终于还是到头了。
But yeah, I'm looking into like these things seriously. And then I was looking at like what can you do with the iPhone 12 Pro, for example? Like what kind of videos do people do with iPhones? So of course you can do vlogging. Oh, so with the iPhone 12, I looked into what other attachments I would have to buy, and they're relatively cheap, like maybe 100, less than $200, let's say in total. I would have to buy like a mini tripod, and I would need to buy possibly like a I guess is it called the GoPro or whatever? The one that you hold in your hand where you can like, hold it with you to make certain videos. Yeah, so, and then some of them are like tripods that double as that now. So I guess I can buy a 2-in-1 to save money and to save like space to not buy. Yeah, and then I might have to buy a light, like a ring light. Those circle ones is what's popular with streamers and YouTubers, right? The other one are called those box lights, but the box lights are really big. They're not expensive, but they're big. And I don't really want to like fill up my like condo with like these things, right? To be very honest. So like I'm doing this in my living room because I'm playing the game like obviously from my living room. So then I don't want to like set up all these lights in my living room as well and then have to move them away every single time. That's going to be annoying, right? So the ring light I saw, there's like smaller sized ones that can just sit on your like coffee table, which is likely what's going to happen because right now when I do these streams, my setup is I'm on my couch facing my Surface Pro 4, facing my TV. Yeah. So then if I can do like the little mini tripod that sits on your that sits on your coffee table, like because you can make the legs, you don't have to extend the legs all the way then, right? That would be perfect. If we're doing that. Obviously, other people said that if you have a newer computer and the webcam is good enough, you can just use the webcam that comes with your computer. So if I get the for example, any new computer, let's just not specify if it's the Surface Pro 8 or whatever, Asus or whatever, like maybe that I can just do it with the webcam and that will, I don't know. DaVinci Resolve. Yes, I heard of that one. I did look it up though. It did say that it needs you to have like a high-end computer to run all the, because it has lots of functions and it might be too pro, it actually said. Like some people actually ranked it and reviewed it. I did look that up. I looked at reviews for different iMovie alternatives. So people said that DaVinci Pro is a very pro software. DaVinci Resolve, sorry. There's a free version and there's a paid version. I get that. The free version is still more than what a regular person starting out would need, people said. It's very pro. So then I'm like, well, I don't know if I want to go that route. But yes, it is one of them. Oh, you don't need a ring light. They just promote it to cheese money off you. Buy warm white LED batons, cheaper and works better. Oh, okay. Thank you. Well, I also heard lots of people that said like you should that we could just try to do videos during the daytime, like with the natural light, because my condo faces south. And I have 180-degree windows that are floor to ceiling. So like it does get really nice light during the daytime. But I will say right now it's obviously nighttime and I won't have light now then, right? So then so that won't work, right? So yeah. So I would still need light for the nighttime videos. And if I was to get another job like during the daytime, then obviously I can't do the daytime videos either and take advantage of the lighting, right? Now, even if the job was like a work from home job, I can't, obviously if you're on the clock and you're getting paid by contract from your job, you shouldn't be like doing your personal stuff such as, YouTubing and stuff, obviously, that's a given. So then, like, regardless, it wouldn't work in that case, right? So yes, I would still need lights then, because likely if I was to get another full-time job, it would be streaming at nighttime or after work, which would be the early evening. And as you know, in Canada, it's mostly cold during the year, or cool, and mostly dark. So then, like, we don't have that much, like, sun overall, so yeah. So you can mount it to any wall with sticky tape. You don't need a tripod. DaVinci Resolve needs 16 gigabytes of RAM and at least an i5. Yeah, exactly. It needs like kind of high end. Because like there were some that were like 8 gigs of RAM that wouldn't work then. Exactly. There are some that are cheaper. I saw that are like even like more basic. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. So I was looking into that, and I definitely do want to do some basic edits and basic transitions, basic animations, zoom in, zoom out, like transitions, like things to emphasize things. We'll see. And then other people are saying to get a mic, but then I'm leaning towards not getting a mic. I'm thinking of just continuing to use my headset for my PS5. Now, if I haven't decided yet. If I choose to go and put my face on camera, then maybe it doesn't look good having the headphones on my head. So then I thought, okay, maybe that's where a mic might come in handier. However, the other option, and when I do my Zoom calls for work, I usually just use like Apple AirPods or like the wired kind, either or Apple, right? So and those ones have decent mics. Of course, for audio capture for streaming, they did say the AirPods are not as good as the actual wired one, because the wired one, the mic is closer to your mouth and you can actually hold it to your mouth when you're like, streaming. So then I thought, okay, so maybe that's a cheap alternative, and I do, yeah, obviously it won't have like equalization and like bass and all that extra like functions to make your sound even better, but it is a cheap option that is available that we already have. That's why. So I'm thinking about that. Do I have an AC and heater? I don't have. Do you mean for my computer or do you mean for my apartment? My apartment, I have like heat included. For my like it's just in the wall, and yeah, and then and then like for some and certain homes, you can also have it in the floor as well, where the floor is heated. Mine does not have that option, but yeah, and then like heat in Canada is like a must. But then like AC is not a must, but now with global warming it is. So I have a portable AC unit. I actually had two and I gave one to my mom. So then like the other one is here. It's yeah, and then we plug it into the wall and then put the little hose facing out the window, and then it's pretty cool during the really hot heat waves. We only get like a couple weeks of hot, so it's not like a big deal, but yeah. Or a 2-in-1 device like a heat pump. Are you talking about for a computer? I don't know about that. So, oh, apartment. You're talking about apartment. Okay, I see. Yeah. So, and then our so we don't have the fancy like Asian like air conditioners that are mounted to your ceiling or to the top of the wall. That blows out. Ours are those chunky kinds that are like you have to push them around like the mobile units that have wheels. Yeah. But the newer apartments and the newer homes now have it built into the top, so it's not even those units that you see like in Asia where they're like the little unit that's stuck to the wall that hangs, or even those giant units are outside like on the little patio. We don't have those, but the newer homes and newer apartments have them built into like the top into the ceiling, and then they have vents coming out of the ceiling. So yeah. So anyway, if right now because I'm unemployed, but then like if I wasn't unemployed and I was able to continue saving more money, I was actually planning to buy a new apartment. But obviously right now we're not going to do that. So let's just keep this apartment. This apartment is a 2-bedroom and 2-bathroom. It's brand new when I bought it in 2000 when I moved in 2018. And then I was going to move to buy a 3-bedroom. So that obviously I have more space, and then one of the rooms can be like a studio for like if I was to pursue like more writing and YouTube and for work, basically like an office and slash studio, you know. So that was my goal for the 3rd room, and who doesn't want more room, right? You know, so yeah. That was my plan. But not right now. And luckily I didn't. I avoided the whole real estate crisis right now. Right now everything went to hell, let's just be honest. Real estate went to hell, and what do you call it? Like crypto went to hell, everything went to hell. So I guess yeah, we're stuck. Oh, let me speed this along. I wasn't really paying attention. I was looking at the chat as well. That's fine. So annoying, this stupid thing. I'm gonna kill it just because it was annoying me. One of your friends does crypto. He knew the crash was coming, so he sold his stocks in January, but then the crypto still increased, so he was really sad, but he's really happy now. He got out. That's nice. Yeah, that's good. Oh, I didn't know about I'm not in crypto specifically, but I was in stocks obviously, and obviously stocks cannot be avoided, but everyone went to hell with it, so at least I'm not the only one. That's all I can say. That's not good, obviously, but at least I'm not alone. So we're gonna just sit tight, and obviously I'm old enough to know that I've seen many recessions and downturns and crashes. It crashed in 2020, it crashed in 2021, and this is just the 2022 version of that. But this is just more severe than those two. That's all. Fine. Oh, it's saying there's some stuff here that I need to take. Well then, let's take it. It's fine. Everything will recover. So yeah, I'm not into the crypto right now, and so that's fine. But then, like, I'm glad that I'm not in directly in crypto, but I do invest in crypto-related companies though. So those are down, but those are just stocks. Yeah. But everything's down, so it is what it is. And I believe in crypto will come back, and I believe all stocks will come back. All stocks always come back, so I'm not worried. I also believe real estate will come back, so I'm not worried. My apartment is obviously now probably worth less than it was, but that's okay. It's not like I'm planning to move right now, so it's fine. And no matter what, even if it's worth less than it was, I still make money on it because it's still worth more than I paid for it. So, not worried there. But yeah, I would like to buy, I mean, ideally, I would like to move to like a 3 bedroom or even like a penthouse eventually one day, and then like that would be nice. Okay, so we have a cat girl Diona, a fox girl Yai, a dog boy Goro, and a goat girl Gonyu. Sucrose is also an animal. She has the ears that are similar to Yai Miko, by the way. And Klee is an elf. Her ears are different too. Um, but yes, so, oh yeah, exactly. There you go. Sucrose is a cowgirl. There we go. So yeah, and then people did say in speculation that some rumors, or I guess you can call them leaks from certain uncles or whatever, they said that moving, or some leaks maybe from internal meetings with Hoyoverse, so they must have some kind of access. They must be like working there, right? You know, they said that at internal meetings, it was discussed that in the future, Hoyoverse would like to have more like non-human or human hybrid characters. So like animal hybrid basically is what they mean. So maybe there'd be animal hybrid, maybe there'd be like what do you call it? Like Ito, where he's like a demon hybrid, right? I have a feeling it'll be like that, where we're just gonna get more of those kind of characters. Yeah. Demon hybrids, and I'll be honest, I have a feeling we're gonna get some kind of bird human. We haven't got a bird character yet, right? A character that can fly on her own. Like, I mean, you could say that Kujo Sara is like a Tengu, but and a crow, because she has that, so maybe she's a crow. I don't know, I guess. But like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. A Tengu is not a crow, by the way. A Tengu is it's a mythological Japanese demon with a red face and a long nose. And they're meant to be really fierce, and apparently one of their things is that they drink a lot of alcohol. So when I went to Japan, obviously, and one of the folk areas that talk about the Tengu is in Okinawa, which is like the Japanese Hawaii. It's like their resort island, kind of basically, and I love that place. Yeah, and then like Tengu, I'm not sure if it originated from there or was very popular there, but like there's like this drinking game where the cup is shaped like a Tengu, and like you're supposed to share the well, obviously probably not that change probably is going to change now that COVID's here, but before you're supposed to share the drink, share that cup, and pass it around with the strangers around you, even though they're not your friends. And you're supposed to keep drinking and keep filling it up. And people in Okinawa apparently have a drinking problem because they can drink a lot. So yeah, but it's okay. I've been to the UK as well, and in the UK people drink a lot too. In Scotland, and I haven't been to Ireland, but I've been to Scotland and to like London. So yeah, people drink a lot there, and I have some friends here. They are Scottish descent, or yeah, Scottish descent. So they drink a lot, and they're just really heavy drinkers, more so than me.
此乃天道。
无处遁逃。此刻，寂灭之时。
Genshin and Uma Musume. I actually don't know who Uma Musume is. That an anime? Kujosawa wings are fake. That's true. They are. Are they fake? Yeah, they are, I guess. But then they come out when she. That's her little crow fan. I don't know. It's part of her dress, not her body. Oh, okay. Guguru in Japan.
无人相陪，
Who's? Oh, you mean
自带
Google
花鸟
in
人情，
Japan.
只
Guguru? Is
不
that what
过
you mean?
衬托
Google?
我身不移不
And
变的
then
意
like
境罢了。
hotel with Takushi. Hoteru with Takushi. Oh, it's evening. Scrumptious time for tea it is. Okay. Hmm. Well, I had a glass of whiskey before I did the other stream, so I'm good.
向着星
Because today
辰，
was kind of chill for me, and yeah.
感谢你完成。
Oh, Takushi. Oh, taxi. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Yes. Yes, hotel is, yeah, hotel, that one I know. Taxi. Okay, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm normally we don't take taxis when I go to Japan, because they're very expensive. But on certain occasions, so if I'm drinking out really late, because their bars and clubs open up really late, but then they open past the subway and the bus, um, then I will take a taxi at that time. Of course, there's Uber and Lyft now, I believe. But yeah, I don't know. Like taxis are fine. Usually though, I usually I don't do Airbnbs. I don't do them at all. I've never done. I think I did something similar in Paris, but I yeah. Anyway, it's not. It was before Airbnb became popular. It's like one of those like you can rent like an apartment, like a service apartment, and then like but you have to clean it at the end. And I don't like that. That's why I don't like doing Airbnbs. I know they're cheaper than hotels in many cases, and they're more interesting, right? But I prefer the idea of a hotel where I don't have to clean up. So that's just me. Because like it's stressful enough to pack up on their last day, right? And then I have to clean up for you too. Like, come on, like no, you know. And with hotel, I don't. Okay, I know that people like Airbnbs because they like to have the kitchen in there and they like to be able to cook and their own stuff. I don't need to cook when I'm on vacation. Screw that. I want to go eat like out. You know what I mean? That's just me, right? So like I'm fine with hotels. Yeah. All the drinking dens are infested with old salarymen? No, that's not true. Completely not true at all. There are ones that are catered to young people. There are obviously catered to like different groups of people. There's ones that are for foreigners. There are ones that don't welcome foreigners. That's a given. Because if you can't speak to them and they can't speak to you, what's the point, right? I get that. And then there's ones that are like obviously for different subgroups of people, right? Like gays, lesbians, like different groups, And then of course, there are ones with themes. That's the thing. You know how like they have like maid cafes. Like maid cafes, you normally can't drink much alcohol during the day, I think. But they have like, of course, they have the other kinds, let's call them, like the evening kinds, the adult only kinds, right? Where you can drink alcohol and such, right? And then there's obviously the more like sex related kinds. So yeah, there's a variety. There's different themes. Yes. Hmm. But generally, most of them are just what you're supposed to drink. And the Japanese style of drinking and bar is that you sit at, they're usually very small because rent is very expensive and like real estate is very prime, right? So they're very tiny. They only fit like maybe 6, maybe 12 people maximum. And you sit around and you're supposed to talk with the host, the owner, and or the bar staff. And you're just supposed to talk to them. And usually they introduce you to the other people sitting around the table because then they're supposed to learn about each person. And then like if they feel like, oh, this person's from like, because usually when I go there and I tell them who I am, obviously I have to introduce myself. So I'm like, oh, I'm from Canada. I'm like new to this bar. I usually try out different ones each time I go, and then they'll be like, oh, okay, and then they'll be like, well, like they'll ask you a few questions, and then the host, because that's their job, they're a host, they'll connect you with other people that are from another, like, so usually they'll like tell me to talk to the guy or the woman over there. They're like, oh, that person's from America or that person's from Europe. Go talk to them, and then like they make it very easy. It's actually very interesting how they do it. So then that's how you meet like people in Japan. That's how I make lots of friends that are not just Japanese, that are also foreigners from other places. I've met other Canadians and I've met other they're not from my city but from other cities, and I've met other foreigners from like America, some that were from I guess Europe as well. Yeah, it was interesting. Hi Isla, welcome. You cannot touch them in the maid cafe. You cannot. They act seductively because it is part of the act. They are personifying an anime character usually. And if the anime character like does something flirty or seductive in the anime, they're just like reenacting that scene or that skit or that character trait of that character. It does not mean, yeah, and then there's rules in the maid cafe. They tell you up front, and then luckily they do have them translated. So then they have them in English. The rules are you cannot touch them, you cannot ask them for their real name. They're using a fake name usually. Usually it's an anime name. You cannot follow them after work. You cannot ask them like on a date separately. You cannot get their like WhatsApp or their phone number or anything like that. You cannot add them on Facebook or Instagram. You cannot add them on any social channel. Yeah, and then like there's all these things, you know. Yeah, and you're not allowed to take pictures of them. So you're not allowed to take pictures inside usually. You're not. And this is before social media became a big thing, but even now you're not allowed to. The reason is because they charge you to take photos there. You can only if you want to take photos, you have to pay them, and only they can take photos using their camera that you have to buy afterward. So it's a money grab, but it's also because they want to keep it safe for the girls working there. So that's why they don't let you take photos of them. Because what if you take photos of them when they're like bending down to serve other people and you're taking photos up their skirt or something? They will not allow that, obviously, right? You know, so that's why, yeah. So that's why, or when they're bending down a little bit and then you're taking pictures of like their boobs or whatever it is, right? You know, so they will never allow that. So yeah. So you let me see. You got ripped off in Japan bar. It cost you 1,200 to 1,300. Yeah, but did you drink a lot in there, Isla? If you did drink a lot, then that sounds normal. That's only like $12 to $13 US. That's actually relatively cheap, but it really depends on what you're drinking. Also, there is another culture to the drinking. There's a minimum charge. So if you go in, you're allowed to go in and look first, but if you go in and you sit down, there's a minimum charge right away. Even if you don't order anything, even if you're just drinking water, you have to pay a minimum charge just to be there, FYI. So that could be the minimum charge there that you're talking about. It could be a minimum charge plus one drink, or one drink and one snack or whatever it is, but there's a minimum charge always from most bars. Some bars that are catered to foreigners tell you upfront, they're like, oh, we don't have a minimum charge because some foreigners don't like that. But other bars, they assume that you know, because majority of them will charge you a minimum charge just to be there. Yeah.
在商战中，完美的猎手。
Yeah, main cafe is the same as a normal cafe, but with a different style of serving. Exactly. And welcome, X Vicky. Welcome. We're just talking about different things, but now we're talking about like main cafes. Yeah. So the purpose of these, in case you're wondering, is that we just chat, and Genshin is just in the background. It's not the main thing. You drank 2 beers and you invite the girl there one drink. Okay, that's cheap then. 1,200 to 1,300. So that's 3 drinks. That's actually pretty cheap. Because that's like 400 each. Depends on what you... Oh, so it's beer. Okay. So then I can see that beer would be overpriced, obviously, at the bar. But that's the same anywhere, right? If you go to like a restaurant, like, beer is going to be overpriced. Like downstairs, I have restaurants here that are chain restaurants. But they're decent, right? Like the beers are like $8. Okay, obviously I can buy beer from the liquor store cheaper than that, right? You know, so that's just what it is. Yeah, and then wine is always double the price, or almost triple the price for the same bottle of wine that you can buy at the liquor store. Now, just so we're clear, in Canada, our beer and our alcohol is actually more expensive than in the U.S. and also more expensive than in Asia, unfortunately. So that's why it's crappy. Yeah. I think it's also more expensive than Europe, perhaps. I remember when I was in Europe, wine was really cheap. People said the joke was that in Paris or in Europe, they're like, wine is cheaper than water, which it is actually, because Evian water and those French waters are really expensive, even in France. Because they're charging you in euros, so it's actually more expensive than buying them here. But then I wouldn't buy Evian and Perrier and those like French waters here either, because they're expensive. But I will say Evian does taste better, and Fiji water tastes better too. It's true. But in Canada, our water is drinkable from the tap already. It's safe and it's clean. And the U.S. buys our water because we have glaciers and all that stuff here. And yeah, so then our water is really delicious. Just yeah. And when we hike, we can just drink the water from the stream as long as the stream is not contaminated. So you know, it's pretty clean. Oh, it cost you $1,200 to $1,300, like U.S. dollars, not yen. Never mind then. I thought you meant 1,200 yen. I'm sorry, I misunderstood. For 2 or 3 beers, then that's a ripoff. Wait a second, was this a hostess bar? If it's a hostess bar, then that could be the reason why it's expensive. Because then you're not paying just for like the drinks, you're paying for like the service. No, then that would be a ripoff for sure. Yeah, $1,200 to $1,300. Yes, is a ripoff. So then maybe that's like really bad then. Yeah, so you should like obviously like you probably got scammed. Yeah, I don't know what happened there obviously, but yeah, usually they're really affordable. I would say even with the minimum charge for like obviously in yen we're talking about. Yeah. And then some places have all you can drink, which I love. All you can drink is always fun. Obviously they only have it at certain times, but it's fine. And then like if you missed it, it's not a big deal. And if you didn't miss it, then great, right? You know, so yeah. All you can drink is always preferred if you can get them. Oh shit. Oh wow. I remember I drank all you can drink in like China, and I also drank all you can drink in Taiwan, and it was amazing. I think Korea also had it too, but I think I might have missed it. I missed the timing when I went there. Yeah. It's kind of like a happy hour thing. Yeah. Mind you, speaking of happy hour, like the restaurants and the bars downstairs of my apartment, like even though right now things have opened up and everything like that, but then like the happy hour, because of inflation, they went up in price. So they're not even that cheap anymore. So I'm like, ugh, what's the point then? Because before happy hour was so fun, obviously, because it's like cheap. For food and drinks, yeah. And I found that happy hour is different in different places. So here, our happy hour starts from 3 to 5, sometimes 6. So it's really early, right? And then some of my Japanese friends, when they came to visit, they're like, how come your happy hour is so early? And that's because people here get off work early. But in Asia, I know when I was like in Hong Kong as well, Hong Kong, like their happy hour starts at 7, and I think it ends at 9 or something like that. It's really late. Yeah. Now here we also have a second happy hour. We have two in one day. So we have the evening happy hour as well, and that's usually 9 to 11 or something like that. So yeah, it's interesting. You got draft beer, which costs like 30 cents. Ah, there we go. Yes, I getcha. Yeah, in Asia, there's the all you can drink and the cheaper drinks. Exactly, that's true. Yeah, like beer in Japan is dirt cheap because they have their own brands and they make them there. Like Sapporo is delicious, Asahi is delicious, like all those are good, right? You know? And in Okinawa only, well, they sell them more expensive in the other parts of Japan. They have Orion, which is also delicious. So, yeah. What is the famous beer in Vietnam?
拒收并蓄。
收。
天理长驱。
It's called 333. Oh, okay.
微光无射，
Is Tiger the Thai beer? I think that's one, right? Is it called Tiger or some animal name, right? Oh, Saigon. Yes, that one. Yes, okay. Yes, okay. And then in Korea, it's called Cass, Cass. And then like, what's India's famous beer called? Risha? And then in Canada, our famous beer is called Canadian. Yeah, simple. And then we have another one called Kokanee, which is a First Nations or Indigenous word, I believe. And Kokanee is like a region, or like if I might be wrong here, but it could also mean the mountains here. Because we have a Kokanee region, I think. I might be wrong here, and that's what it's named after. I think it's like obviously it's an indigenous word. Yeah. So those are our famous ones. I think we also have other ones too, but I think, and we had Labatt. Labatt is I think Labatt renamed themselves for Asia region. I think they just call them like Blue. Yeah, I remember because it's called Labatt Blue and Labatt Draft. Labatt is a French word, and because we have the French side of Canada, and yeah, that's another one. And then like they call it Labatt Blue because the marketing is blue. But I remember that they renamed themselves in Asia region, just calling themselves Blue. Yeah. Oh, Kingfisher or Budweiser. Oh, but Budweiser's American. And Molson, so we have Molson is also Canadian, actually, I believe. Molson? Yeah. So then Budweiser is American, and so usually as Canadians, we don't like the American beers because now they're cheaper, but they're actually somewhat cheaper here, actually. However, they don't taste as good because their water is not good. This is just me being honest here. Their water, because although I did say that they America buys lots of our water, but they don't use our water in their beer. So I'll be honest, Budweiser doesn't taste good because their water is not good. Like their own water is not good. So yeah, the water that they use is not good. So yeah, it's weird. It doesn't taste good. That's all I can say. I'm just being honest. Yeah, like our Canadian beer, because our water is clean and tasty, so then like our beer tastes better because of that too. And just like in Japan, like their water is clean too, so then their beer tastes better too. So yeah. But you prefer draft beer more? Yeah, it tastes really light, like almost like non-alcohol. But when you get drunk like that, it takes you like 2 to 3 days to recover. Ah, I see.
固若金汤。
你做了错误的选择。
抓到了。你的性命，我收下了。别很疼。
选错了，我先撤了。
So Isla, since Yalan's banner is about to end, did you get her?
不必心急。
And her weapon? Or are you giving up?
拒收并蓄。
You C2'd her? Whoa! I see. So you went whale for her. Good for you. Yeah, C2 and C3 will probably make her really strong, I'm sure. I'm just gonna go more closer to like low spend as possible. Save my money, and especially because I'm unemployed now. So Ah, sigh. And because cost of everything has gone up, so obviously we need to save our money just in case of emergency.
固若金汤。
You C2'd her and you got 2 Jade Spear plus her weapon? Oh, so you did the full pity for her weapon banner. Oh my god. Well, that's good. Now you have extra Jade Spears. And you can choose if you want to refine them together or if you want to keep them separate because they're actually good spears on their own for other polearm users. Unless you want to like kit out your like Xiao, if you have Xiao. Do you have Xiao? I don't use Xiao because I don't really like the plunge attacks and stuff, so I don't use them. That's why I have to oh well, I got them separately, not from this banner. I got them way before, like from the standard banner and from losing 50-50, etc. So then like I got 2 of them, and yeah, like they're well, I was lucky because I avoided getting one for this banner. But anyway, so I did not, because I don't use Xiao, so then I did not bother refining them for him. I just give him one, and then the other one I'm just leaving it unrefined right now, and just leaving it for a future polearm user, maybe.
聚收并蓄。
Oh, you don't have Xiao. Oh, that's too bad then. Then just keep it for other polearm users. If you have Zhongli or Raiden Shogun or Hu Tao, they can still make use of it. Of course, they have other better options than that, but that's still a very good weapon because it's a crit rate weapon after all. And it has attack focus.
中场失攻。
Oops. I'm not trying to collect any of them, I'm just trying to get the ley line thing for the battle pass. Okay, that's that. Oh, she can't get the birds. I thought she can just go and grab them that way. Okay, whatever. Curious. I see. Oh, I see, because Xiao's a guy. I getcha now. So you only want the girls. Okay, good for you. Then yeah, give it to like maybe Hu Tao or a future polearm user or like Yunjin or Shengling or something. Although they have other things that they prefer. Hu Tao got Homa and Raiden has her engulfing lightning. Okay, that's good. Then you're good. Yeah, you're good. You're covered. So maybe they'll make a future polearm user. You never know. Ayla is a whale, yeah. Ayla already said that he was, and then he stopped playing or not caring as much for a while, and then he went back to it.
这些孩子们，微光无射。
You use it for Shenhe. Ah, there we go. Yes, because Shenhe's weapon, although it's obviously for her, Shenhe's weapon wasn't that popular, I'll be honest. I don't think it's useful. Because people even said, like, you can just give her, like, which is what I did. I gave her Skyward Spine, and people said you can also just give her Favonius and she'll be fine. So yeah, you do not need her weapon. I don't think anyone cared for her weapon. That's why.
我喜欢下雪。
So now you got 2 more. Why does Shenhe not wear any underwear? I don't know. Does she not wear underwear? I guess she's just very open to the fact that she lives by herself normally, so maybe she doesn't care.
你很有眼光嘛。
Oops, I make the wrong thing.
不要让我失望。炮影看破。
To make us horny and pull for her.
真正的碎雪。
Well, I'm glad I didn't spend money for Shenhe because I got her. She was one of those ones that I got like out of luck, so that's good. Her and Ito originally and Yaimiko. Those 3 I got lucky by winning the 50-50 and by just using the wishes that I had. So that was luck. And then it broke. That luck ended. So hopefully the luck will continue once we get like 1 copy of Kuki Shinobu and not have to waste too many wishes on her banner. I just want 1 copy. I don't really care. And then like, yeah, save wishes for Shikanoi and Heizo, just 1 copy is enough next patch, and then all remaining wishes should be saved for 3.0 and on. Let's see. Oh yeah, I can do the cooking one. Did I not do the request yet? Oh, I didn't do the request yet, okay. Oh, and I should check my Serenity Pot. You use her to buff Ayaka. It's pretty broken. That's true. Yeah, that's her main purpose, really. But the only problem is, like, having her on just to do that is also kind of, like, extra rotation. Yeah, that's why I don't really like using her. That's why I don't like using Goro and Kujosara either, because, well, also because Goro and Kujosara are just pure, like, bow users too, right? I don't like using a character just to buff another character. That means that they're using up a character slot. I think I'm very close to getting all of these done now. I was working on them over the last few days to try to get all these rewards from all the characters in the pot. I think I'm down to the last few now. This one I'm waiting on. I have to make these stone things. And I decided not to bother building the Inazuma teapot. I'm just gonna keep it all in this pot and just collect all the rewards. This is done. What am I looking at? I can get 1 more of this. And then, what is this? Melancholy. And then I should be able to get these 2 rewards. And then these ones I just did earlier today, before the stream. And then Kuki Shinobu, I have this set already, actually. This is what's currently out there. So if I get her, then I can... So maybe I'll wait till I get her, and then because then this is already built. What's the point of taking it apart and then building it again? I'll just wait then, yeah. Because it's... Oh, actually, I have enough space between for the two. Okay, maybe I should just... Okay, then let me just get that melancholy one and then just get those rewards now.
这片洞天
Because I'm building, I can't do anything else. Yeah. Okay, so let's... I wish we had access to these blueprints when they were giving away those 5,000 coins those last few weeks, right? But we didn't have access to know what the... of course, we could look it up online, I guess. But I didn't want to spend the time. It's easier to look it up here, right? But I wish we could have... Even if we couldn't, like, build them, I wanted to be able to see them, right? You know, then I know what I need to... Because then I could have made the tubby here, like, craft those items that I need, and then I could have spent those 5,000 coins to only buy what I needed. Oh well, we got the resources, so no, not complaining. I think it's... Is it this one? Yes. Ayaka E, no element reaction, crit for 26. Whoa, that's crazy. Shenhe buff up to 38. Crazy! Well, good for you. As long as you got use out of it, then that's good, right?
Wow, 真没想到，这里的景色跟鬼婆婆家差不多。
Just looking around, what does it look like? Okay.
不错，本大爷的心情好起来了。照说输赢座吧，我给你好好讲讲我那些威武帅气的山林故事。哈哈。
Oh well, every little bit of extra, you know, primo gems will help.
甜美的景致，令人心情舒畅。看似平平无奇的山野，其实蕴含着悠远的诗意。倾注心神时，一花一木，自然万物，都会在你耳边低语。
Okay, let's see. Where are we at? Oops, this set. So yeah, I just need I mean, I'm not gonna buy these again. I have these. I just have to take apart what I have to get these pieces back. I'll take apart the one I just did, and then I need these rock platform stone things, which I have to make. I know. And then we need Cookie Shinobu, and then she can get the last one from that group. Okay. So I will take apart what I just built, just to get the pieces freed up. That way we can cheap it out and not have to, like, buy more. Oh wait, this is still here. These blue flowers. Oh. Hang on. Oh yeah. That's it. Okay. Oops. Yes, okay, I think that's done. Okay, and then... So then, now when we go back to look at that, I just want to make sure... Yes, so it's just these things. And then this tree, I have two of them. So the other one is currently being used in this set. So we need cookie, and that one's gonna take some time anyway. I have to build those things, and then I should be able to take away and dismantle everything else, and then put it back here because those are all being used. This set is already, well, this set's here already. Yeah. Okay. Good, good, good. I'm just talking out loud. Okay. Then the only other thing is the internal ones. I think from the internal ones I'm done. Or I'm missing one, I think. Yes, the last one. Okay. I am making 3 of these stools, I'm making this vase, and I'm making this. I just need to make these 2 things, plus more of those cement block things, and then, yeah, we should be on our way to get these done in the next few days. Good. In the back of your house, they built new gym. You should go take some exercises. Oh, that's good. Your fat ass gained weight. I think everyone gained some COVID weight as well, so yes, go for it. You should. Okay, so, oh, I was gonna do the stupid, chef thing. Let's do that. Doing his is the easiest. Okay. Let's see. Oh, the domain one will be done like in the next few days when I do the abyss. That's easy. Or when we're farming like elegance for her, and then like the boss one will be done when we're farming more boss pieces for Cookie. I don't have resin right now anyway, so it doesn't matter. Ley lines. Oh, I did 5 out of. Oh, okay, I'm missing one that I didn't do yet, and I didn't do the request yet. I'm missing one I didn't do. I did that one and that one. I did that one. Did I not go and do this one when I was here? Hang on. Oh, I didn't do it. Yeah, yeah. I came here and I got the ore, and then I went after those birds and I missed, and then I just left. Okay. You're 195 pounds? Whoa, that's big. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but that's big. You've become fat like those ugly bastards from mangas? Oh my god. Wow. I wouldn't have imagined that because obviously, you know, we can see Isla's picture in his display there. Well, I mean, Chun Chun said he's buff now, so that's inspiration, I think, for everybody, not just, like, it's for me too, because, like, I have not been to the gym for, like, 2+ years. I've gotten some fat, but I think more than, the bigger issue is that I lost muscle, in my arms, my friends told me, and my chest. So, like, I'm, like, skinnier, and then there's obviously some fat on my stomach. Not so much, but, like, some fat. I obviously previously had, like, abs. So, it's noticeable. Oh, I'm frozen. Oh, there. Just die. Okay, so that was that. Oh, there's another guy? Okay, done. So what am I gonna? Okay. Oh yes, the request. That was what was next. That's you and you're 165. Wow. Isla is a Rainbow fan? Back in the, I'm not sure. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Back in the days of high school? Wow. You're the admin in group Otaku in Facebook? Interesting. There's a new fan comic for ending for Oremo. Okay. I have no idea, so good for you guys.
这次是条大。
拒收并蓄，
抓到了！
天动万象，
Oh, there's more.
也很疼。
Oh, another one. Who's coming?
不必心地，微光无视。
Oh, and then more appear back there.
安如磐。
Outside of that
帮我
side.
看破。收。出招。终于还是。
You don't know because you only do the video for Facebook page? You do edit some for the few animes back then. Oh, wow, cool. You guys are so talented with this stuff. I'm such a noob.
又一个别对象。
天理长驱，
无处遁逃。无念，断绝。
选对象选错了。
Oh, this.
拒收并。
微光无射，眼视如虹。
Here, let me just make use of her.
处遁逃。道光，意识永恒。头上一抽。
And it says that there's some ores here.
安如磐石，
I hate when he always like tries to climb his own pole. Especially when you don't want him to. But then when you want him to, he doesn't always climb it either. You translate and sub for SAO? Oh wow! Wait, SAO is Sword Art Online, right? Oh my god, okay. Cool. I just bought the DLC for Tales of Arise, the SAO collab, because it was on sale this week. It's like 25% off, so I'm like, oh, whatever. It wasn't a big deal, but then like people online said that it's not a good DLC that's worth it, but it's good if you're like a fan. I actually don't know much about SAO, but I decided to do it because like I do plan to play Tales of Arise soon. I keep saying that I haven't even finished my freaking Scarlet Nexus yet. Not even Yuito's path, let alone like start like Kasane's path. But anyway, yeah, there's just so much to do all of a sudden. Like, I mean, aside from looking for work during the day and like doing stuff, I have admin stuff I haven't done and dealt with yet. I also have, of course, things to write from my blog and my writing business, and then have to do this too, of course, which is fine. But there's all these things, yeah. It just seems like, and then a lot of my time is also spent like just thinking and instead of doing stuff. So I need to like be more routine and force myself to do more. Yeah, to learn more and to do more.
微光无射。
Few episode of One Piece. Wow, you do fan translations for hentai? Wow. But you only do sub for the actual SAO, not random bullshit. Oh, nice. You guys are so cool. Okay, let's see what I'm gonna do next. I will feed the dogs. I haven't done that yet. Leylands are done for the day. Realm currency can't. I have to wait. Furnishings have to wait. No need to buy anything else from the salespeople. Domain can wait. Mora. Oh, the Mora one's easy. I can just like level up some like artifacts or something. Okay, let's do that. I'm trying to rebuild potential ones, but let's just see. Let's just feed it all the crap that I picked up. Don't have that much to feed though, unfortunately. Okay, but these are not going to be enough to feed it to 20. That was that. That wasn't enough to spend 500k, but yeah. Hi Ronald, welcome. We're just chatting about random stuff right now. I'm just playing Genshin in the background and doing other stuff. I'm just trying to work off of ideas for oh, I'm gonna feed the dogs, that's what I'm gonna do, yeah. SAO ends in 14 episodes, SS1, after that just milking, no SAO anymore. I see, okay. I never even played the games, so I have no idea. I know they're trying to reboot the franchise in games though. Have you played all the games, Isla? Or are you waiting for them to reboot them? Because I heard that they're trying to redo a new one. Oh, speaking of remakes and reboots and such, did you guys watch the Capcom presentation the other day? The 15-minute presentation? It was good, right? The 25th anniversary of Final Fantasy VII. That was I was gonna do a video about it and like do a reaction video, and I didn't do it. I was gonna do it because I actually watched it like pretty much within an hour after it streamed live. And then I was like, oh, I should do a video, but then I ended up being lazy and didn't bother. And then obviously a lot of people, a lot of streamers, way bigger channels than me, of course, they all stream, either did it live or they did it afterwards, and other bigger channels picked it up already. So I'm like, there's no point doing it now. So yeah, it was good. Like, I don't know if you guys care about Final Fantasy VII or anything like that, but yeah, it's the 25th anniversary from the first game, and They have created 2 new mobile games, I believe, and 1 prequel remake game. And the second part of remake part 2 is coming out next winter, 2023. And then they confirmed officially that it will be a 3-part series to end off the Final Fantasy remake franchise. So that's interesting, and that it also proves that it's a remake with a new vision. It is not going to be recreating the old original game in modern using modern technology. So that's good to know. But part 1 that we got already, which I haven't even played yet, follows parts of it or most of it, but parts of it, and then the remaining 2 parts are unlikely to follow the first 2. It seems like now. Oh, you read the light novels for SAO and subbed for anime, but you didn't play the game. Oh, okay, for SAO. That's good to know. I never played the game and I never read any of those things, so I don't know. I don't know that much about animes anymore. Speaking of new anime, on Netflix there's a new one called Bastard coming out. It's like, the guy's like some kind of demon lord or something. Yeah, and there's some sex in there too, so I don't know. Yeah. To me, it kind of reminds me of like, and then they use like metal rock in the music, so it's like really like loud and in your face. Yeah, it's very okay. So that aspect of it reminds me of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which Chun Chun loves, and the way that they drew them is very kind of like 90s anime style. It looks like the older kind, which is kind of cool too. Yeah. You know solo leveling? What do you mean? What's solo leveling? Is that like an anime or a manga or a game?
不必心急。
So Ronald, which or is Ronald still here? Maybe not then. Oh, it's a manga. I guess Ronald's off now. Okay, whatever. It's just us 3, as usual. It's fine. Alex hasn't been around. I guess because I don't obviously stream often enough, so whatever. All good. Maybe he'll come back in the future. Who knows? It's a good one? Okay. I don't really read much mangas, yeah. Plus, mangas are expensive. You have to buy each one. Or I guess you can borrow them from the library too, but the library doesn't have all of them. And it has to be in your language too, right? It's hard. And then I know there's digital formats now, and you have to pay a subscription if you want access to them, right? I don't know. I have books that I haven't even read yet. I let alone like go for comics and manga. Although they're really amazing, I'm sure. You did novels way before it became hot, and manga really disappointed. Yeah, okay. Oh, the manhwa, yeah. Interesting. The Korean one, yeah. That's the same pronunciation for Chinese too, yeah. But manga, the kanji, the Chinese characters for it, is the same words all around. Like all 3 of those languages use the same Chinese characters because it's based on the same word. They just pronounce it differently in each country, that's all. But the meaning is exactly the same. You can read it online. Yeah, you can. I know. There are lots. There's lots of those like hentai ones too. And there's and what's really popular in recent years, I think the last 10 years and even more, is like the BL ones and the yaoi ones. Like there's so many like of those everywhere now. Whenever I go to Japan, like the bookstores, I always go to bookstores because I always like to walk around in different shops and stuff because they're different than the ones that we have here. And then like there's a huge like section for like comics, and there's mangas, and there's a huge section for BL mangas and yaoi mangas and hentai mangas, and then there's always like another, depending on how big the bookstore is, and if you're in the anime neighborhood of Akihabara in Tokyo, like they have like store. I don't know if they're still around, obviously because of COVID. Many companies went bankrupt, I heard. But anyway, like they used to have like these like anime shops that are like many multi floors. Like yeah, and as you go up, some floors are adult only, like 19 and over, because there's hentai and porn in there. Yeah, and then like yeah, it's very interesting. So yeah, I walked around all those
不必心急。
with and without friends. It's kind of cool. Yeah. Chinese is my fault. Yeah, I know, but the pronunciation is about the same, and the Chinese characters are the same, base for all three. They're just reading it out wrong. They're in their own, not wrong, but in their own language. The Chinese characters for the thing is the same for all three of them, for all three languages. The meaning is the same. Yeah. Let's see. You think you went to that place too? There's a lot of them actually. It's not just one. There's tons of them. They're everywhere in Akihabara. Yeah. Again, many of them may have been bankrupt or closed down now. Yeah. So who knows? But that's like that's the place where all the maid cafes are, and or a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them are there. Different kinds though. Just so we're clear, there's different levels of maid cafes. There's the regular kind, and then there's the sexual kind. So you have to know where you're going. And then there are like yeah, like, yeah, anyway. Um, there's another one that's an AV store. AV means porn in this case, audio, yeah, adult videos. And like, it's like a theme park building now. You can pay, and there's different floors, and each floor has a different experience. You cannot touch them. And depending on the day and depending on the theme, it could be like actresses for like regular like porn, obviously. Then there could be the BL days where they're men or guys. Yeah, and then some of them are reenacting anime, BL anime or BL manga, for the BL side. And then and if they're like the porn actresses, some of them could be depending on if it's anime day or not. If it's an anime theme, then they will be acting out like the anime stuff. And if they're not, then yeah, and then they serve you drinks. They're actual actresses that you may recognize, and yeah, and then like there's also like these areas that are kind of very much like a red light district where you're behind glass, and you pay them tips and you buy orders of like drinks and different experiences, and they will receive the order and do the experience in front of you, in front of your window. So yes. Ah, that place. Japanese anime videos? Maybe. Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah. Let's see. Alright, I'll collect some ores.
又下雨了。
固若金汤。
Then I will switch my group.
出发，出发！
The fifth floor, the BDSM? Okay, nice. Yeah, it's fun. I think that it's great that they're very open about these things and very transparent. And as long as we're adults, obviously, we're allowed to like go and check it out. Why not? It's nothing taboo to go and look, you know? So, yeah. But yeah, like the current AV theme park or theme building. I would like to go when I go to Japan next time for the experience because it's new. It opened up last year, I think. Is it last year or 2020? Anyway, I think it's called SDO Land or SDO World or whatever. Yeah, SDO is apparently a very popular AV production porn, basically, brand that has many different themes. Yeah, and then they open up their own building where they have their actors and actresses there again um, to, I guess, serve you drinks or to do skits with customers. They're not gonna like obviously they don't have sex with customers. No, they just serve you drinks and they say things like they say lines from the scripts or they like serve you in a certain way. Like, it's all part of the themed experience. Yes. Oh, it's sunny here. Haha.
不要相信你的眼睛，眼睛会说谎。
So in Vietnam, is everything opened again, or is it still like kind of lockdown or quarantine-ish? And how about India? Is it like open or locked down still?
哦，下雨了，
Because I know Asia is
替我带伞。
more of course more protective because there's more people, right? And many people didn't get vaccinated as well still. So there's that too. I get that the level of risk is higher. But because in Canada we don't have that much population compared to other countries, so and then yeah we reopened for economy purposes, I believe, right? For business and economy, and then the U.S. obviously did the same. But U.S. has way more people than we do, but and they have also a lot of people that did not get vaccinated because they chose to. So I don't know, but then they chose to open obviously because for economy reasons. If it's not because of news, you don't see that you got COVID anymore. Oh, I see. Okay, so maybe it's not so bad there anymore, or they're just not reporting it. You mean? Well, the U.S. and Canadian government, they've already stopped collecting data on it because they consider that we're. I don't know if the government, they haven't officially said this, of course. I just feel like they feel like maybe that it's under control is what I feel, what we feel as citizens. We just feel like they think it's under control when obviously still people are getting it, getting sick, right? But I think that under control as in like not as many people are dying. I think that's what they're really counting it on. Or getting severely sick, like in the beginning. Yeah.
风平浪静，
Obviously, there
不
will
要
still be
相信
people
你
that
的
get
眼
severely
睛，
sick, and there will still be people that have
眼睛会说谎。
complications, and may still die. Of course, yes, we get that. But then I think that they're taking it as like it's now normal, like versus before. Yeah. Yeah, of course they didn't officially say that, but I'm just assuming we assume as citizens, like that's all we can assume, right? We can only assume that that's why everything's open back up, because they've removed mask mandating, like, and they've removed vaccine passports. They've removed in Canada as well. They've removed testing requirements and international like like when you travel abroad and come back and stuff, if you have to test, they remove mandatory and random testing checks now. So I don't know, like it just seems like they're just um, kind of thinking that it's okay now, basically, you know? Yeah. We fully open, but foreigners still need some papers. Ah, okay. Gotcha. That makes sense. Do you think Vietnam is still a good place to move to for foreigners? Because I know that a few years ago, and not just a few years ago, but it's been very popular, let's put it that way, like Vietnam, Thailand, Philippines, like those places, like Bali, like those places. Foreigners love going to those places because they're obviously like resort-like and they're tropical and the food is like delicious and living costs are cheaper, right? You know? And then like if they make their money like in dollars, like American dollars or other dollars or euros or whatever, like basically other currencies, they can actually use like it's worth more, right? You know, when you switch it to certain Asian like money. And then, so then, like, lots of foreigners like to move there, and also the taxes are lower and stuff like that, right? And then start their business. Um, yeah, I don't know. So, do you find that Vietnam is still a very popular destination right now? Obviously, a lot of foreigners probably left during COVID too. I understand that. But do you think that it's still popular moving forward for people to move there? Because I've never been there. Um, I've never been to India either, but I'm just saying, like, um, I was recently thinking about like in the future, not right now, but in the future, like I would want to move to another country. I love Canada, just so we're clear, but I would love to like move to another country and experience living in another country. Yeah. Like I don't know, okay, I don't think that I would want to move to another country and work at a job though. That's the difference. Um, like if I was to move and work, then I may not like the country anymore. That's the reality. Because like then you're just like a local and you may not like it, right? Because you might then it's very hard to not compare it to my original situation, right? But then like if I was to move there, like kind of like a retirement situation or like for a extended stay situation, like let's just say like a couple of months, if not like a year or something, but like a couple of months just to live, I think that'd be kind of cool. Yeah. Yeah, if you go for a job, I suggest no. If business expand to Vietnam, yes. If travel, yes. Oh, okay, exactly. I was thinking that too. Like to work in another country, I'm gonna be honest. It's gonna be very hard, to adjust, and also very hard for a lot of things. Like I'm sure there's more documentation required. Not to say that I'm not willing to do it, but then, and then like there's no guarantee that you're gonna get a job, and then also like I'll be honest, there's also cultural differences, like where I don't know, I don't know, like you might not get along with the other people at work. Like it's different if you're like a traveling, like a tourist, and you're just going there to make friends, and people will be nice to you. I get that. But when you're working with them, and then like they think like then like if you're not doing it right or whatever, then it's very hard, right? You know? Yeah. Because then they feel like I don't want them to feel like that they have to take care of me extra, but then they're gonna feel that too. They're like, oh, then why do we hire you, right? You know? So then like there's that too, right? So then like I don't, yeah, I don't know. Because there's this YouTube channel that I was watching before during especially during the pandemic. I think stopped watching it as much now, but it's still a very popular channel. It's called the Best Food Channel Ever or whatever. That's the guy. He's American, and he was based in Vietnam for I don't know how many years, like the last 5 years or something. And because of the pandemic, he had to leave last year. Because of the pandemic, because he had to get out. Of course, the country was locking down, right? He had to get out and he had to return to America, right? And then so he left, right? But then his team, some of his photographers and camera people, that work with him, they are Vietnamese, and he loves it there. He traveled all around Vietnam. He even went to like go eat at those like those rare exotic like animals, let's say, and foods, and went to different villages and stuff like that. And then like yeah, and then I know he recently did like a series in Africa as well. He likes to travel around to different places, of course, but he always goes back to Vietnam as his base because that's where he was living and staying for the last few years. And then because of the lockdown, he did more videos in Vietnam. But then when they fully locked down and they closed the restaurants and stuff, he couldn't because his channel is about food. So if you can't like go to different places to eat the food and you can't like interview like the staff and the owner and stuff, then there's really no channel for him. So he had to leave, and that's what he said. He had to leave, go back to the US, and then he was doing like food channel stuff from the US. So his base is now back in the US. But I think he might plan to move back to Vietnam in the future when things are settled again. So that's the only reason why I knew about like thinking about going to Vietnam and my like just in the future. Like I also saw lots of videos where lots of expats and lots of digital influencers or digital nomad people that work from home essentially or work from their computer, they moved to Vietnam, like to the different cities, not necessarily like in Ho Chi Minh, but like all the other places, like the coastal cities too. And then like they love it because they can work from their computer and then like enjoy like the Vietnamese coffee and like the food, and then like they can blog or vlog or whatever they do, right? And then they make money, of course, and then they travel, and then it's cheaper there, like to spend the money and the living costs and the rent and everything is cheaper. So similarly, people like to do that in like Thailand as well, right? Because Thailand is traditionally like a cheaper country that many foreigners like to go to. So yeah, I've never been to Thailand either, so I don't know. I mean, it's not hard if you just come here to do teaching English. It's enough for you to stay and travel, but if you wanted some serious job, it's hard. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I mean, I have a teaching certificate. I think I mentioned that a few streams ago. Um, it's permanent. It doesn't expire or anything. But then I don't know that I want to like be teaching because I feel that teaching has a bigger responsibility. I don't mind teaching. I've done teaching before, but then like I don't want like so it has to be flexible then. Like I'll be okay to take on some teaching, but I wouldn't be willing to like do like like 9 to 5 and just teach like for 5 days straight or something. That would be really boring to me in my opinion. Like I don't know, but like something casual maybe. Yeah, I don't know. But yes, the best ever food show. Yeah, that one. You watch him too? Oh, that's good. Yeah, yeah, he's good. He already came back to get. Yeah, I think so. He was because I haven't watched in a while, so I just know that he was saying that he had to leave, and then like he said that he would like to go back because his team is there and he likes living there and it's cheaper there, and like etc. That's good that he's back then. I watched all those episodes where he was like in Vietnam and they were eating that. I don't know what it's called. That thing that's like kind of like a cousin of a cockroach that looks like a giant cockroach that lives at the bottom of the ocean that tastes like lobster. He said or something. Or is it like a crab? But like yeah, he was eating that thing with some girl, and then like they said that. Yeah, and then he went to Japan and he ate a smaller version of it, and then the people on the ship on the Japan one, they were throwing up his camera crew because of the waves and the smell of it was really bad. It was like, oh my god. Oh wait, I'm gonna go kill those dogs. What am I doing?
此乃天道。
可叹落叶飘零。往返自然。
Maybe. It's, yeah, I don't know what it's called either. I think it's something something pod or something they called it. Like, I don't know. Is it an isopod or something? Maybe something like that. I remember vaguely. I remember I was like, I didn't know that word before, and then like I think it's something something pod. Is it isopod or something? I don't know. It looks like a cockroach, like a sea cockroach, but it's gigantic. And they said it's because cockroaches are actually in real life they're supposed to be the relatives of lobsters, but that's like a giant version of it. Yeah, and then like they said the meat tastes like lobster almost and like crab or something, and then like it looks like like a giant cockroach that lives in the bottom of the ocean or something. Yeah, and then like because they're at the bottom of the ocean, so then like they're really fishy and stinky, like or something like that. But when you cook them the right way, they taste good or something. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I think they're blue. Yeah, blue blood. Yeah, I think so. And apparently they're expensive, but then like yeah, and then anyway, there was an episode where he went to Japan. He did a series where he went to Japan, obviously, so I watched those ones. And then like yeah, he was on a fishing boat with the fishermen, and then his camera crew, there was like a guy and a girl. The guy threw up, and I think he's a Vietnamese guy too, but yeah, because his team is Vietnamese, right? And the guy threw up because of the rocking waves, and when they opened up that little isopod, the smaller one, that's like the size of your hand or smaller, he said those ones are really stinky because majority of the stuff inside you can't eat because they're mostly garbage inside. They eat the garbage because they eat like dead bodies of fish and like dead animals at the bottom of the ocean. So then they're really stinky and really fishy, like the little ones. And then when you cut them open, the inside is like their inside, their guts and all that stuff is like the stinky stuff. It's like really disgusting. So I was like, oh, okay, interesting. So he said he didn't eat those ones. They just cut those ones open. Those ones you throw away. But then there is a portion of the meat that is edible after you clean it. Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, it was very interesting. So anyway, I learned from that. So he does a good job for that show. Yes. And then I liked it when he did the Africa series, and then he went there, and they were eating like the wild animals. And I do like that he make it clear. He said that they will not eat anything endangered. They will only eat what's legal and what is not endangered, which is good. And they're just trying out, like obviously to be like the locals. They said so. Yeah, it's very interesting. He ate I think it was in Vietnam too, or was it in I don't know which country. Or maybe it was in Africa, I don't know. They ate this like giant like bamboo rat. It's like ginormous and it's like a rat and it's called a bamboo rat, I guess. Yeah, anyway. And then like they actually he said that there's a farm well at least in the episode there was farms for them, like they farm these animals and then they like sell them for meat. So like they sound like the name sounds disgusting because they sound like they're rats, but then they eat bamboo, so they actually are they don't eat garbage like rats, right? So yeah, but they are I guess a relative of rats. That's why they're called that. But they're huge. They're like the size of a cat. Oh.
固若金汤。
We have love story for that animal. The animal always comes in pairs, so we have story. It's love. Oh, is it? Wait, which one? The bamboo rat? Well, that's tragic then, if they're killing them for food, but then I guess they're eating them. I guess, well, all animals have hairs, right? Like cows. Well, you know, like, and birds do too, some of them.
拒收并蓄。
The girl is rich, falls in love with a farmer guy, and they don't get permission to marry, so they hug each other out to sea. Okay. You mean they commit suicide in the ocean together, or they... The lobster? Oh, the lobster. So then that thing has to do with the man and the woman?
拒收并蓄。 固若金汤。 拒收并蓄。
御风而行，
见过这个吗？这里是我的猎场。
Yeah, because if you caught fully growth one, then sure you caught two, one male and female. They always hug. Oh, I see. Oh, interesting. Have you eaten them before? Are they delicious? Do they taste like lobster? Are they expensive, like lobster?
猎手的小玩
I would imagine, right? They're probably
雕
expensive.
虫小技。
拒收并。
傲影看破，劝你放弃。你的性命，我收下。
天理长驱。
天色交织，微光无射。此刻，熄灭之时。
Pretty good. It's like a mix of crab and lobster. Oh, okay, exactly. Just 2 weeks ago you ate it? Okay. Are they expensive? They just look really ugly because they look like cockroaches, obviously, right? Do I like lobster? Of course. Oh, I love it. We love it. Sometimes like my family, like we buy lobster tails, and then we eat them. And then the heads, we use them and we make like super like stuff like that. Yeah. Because so in my city, Vancouver, Canada, we have lots of seafood. We are by ocean. We're by the Pacific Ocean. So we have lots of fresh seafood, and we have our salmon is famous here, actually. So like even Japanese people think that our salmon is delicious for like sushi and sashimi and stuff like that. Of course, they have their own salmon too, but yeah, and then of course, Japan has other fishes and stuff that we don't have here, but like we have lots of Japanese restaurants here and authentic opened by Japanese people. And yeah, we have lots of Japanese tourists often every year and Koreans. We have actually we have like a Korean like region here where many of the Korean people like to move and buy houses and live there. Yeah, because it reminds them of Korea, they said. Because there's another area, like there's a city, it's another city close by. It has lots of hills, small hills with lots of forests. So it reminds them of Korea because Korea has lots of mountains and hills, lots of rocks everywhere, and lots of forest. So yeah, they buy those houses in those regions. Yeah, and then so because they all live there in those regions, then they made like kind of like it's not officially called this, but like it's kind of like a Koreatown kind of. They made a lot of the area there like lots of Korean restaurants, and they're very authentic because they're opened by Korean people, obviously. And the food, because I've been to Korea, and the food tastes pretty close to how you would find the food in Korea. Of course, there's more selection in Korea, and it's cheaper in Korea, of course. But then like a lot of the food is very similar tasting. Yes. Oh, it's the same as lobsters? Okay. For the pricing? Okay, that's expensive then, yeah. Because here, lobster is expensive. Here, a fresh lobster in Canada, in Vancouver, lobster and crab, there's no set price for them. They call them market price. So every day the price is different. It's called market price. So on menus, even when you buy them at restaurants, it'll say market price. It'll say MP with a dollar sign. So then you have to ask them what is the market price for that day. Yeah. It changes daily. Because obviously sometimes if they catch a lot and if there's a lot of them, then it could be cheaper. If they don't have a lot, and then it could be more expensive, right? So yeah. 51 US dollars per kg. Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds about like yeah, because lobsters are usually expensive. So sometimes we buy not just the obviously the fresh one. We sometimes buy like the frozen ones, because frozen can be cheaper, and also frozen obviously because they're frozen. So if you don't want to eat them right away and you see them on sale, you can buy them first and then just put them in your freezer because they're already frozen, right? So then yeah.
这次
微
是挑大
光无射，道光，意识永恒。
头了。
安如磐石，此乃天道。
Is that cheap or expensive? That's expensive. Because 1 kg is not that much, right? And like, how big is a lobster? A lobster is usually like 3 kg. Is it 2, 4, right? So then it's like, if it's 2 kg for one lobster, like the bigger one, like if they're heavier, right? Then like, that's like $100 US. That's expensive. It doesn't cost that much. I'll be honest. Here it doesn't, at least, for a lobster.
拒收并蓄，
But mind you, I'm saying that because again, we're by the ocean. Maybe that's the price if you're like because remember the U.S. is really big too, right? And not all of their states and cities are by the ocean. So maybe they're if but then Vietnam is by the ocean. So I don't know, like
终于还是
how big is a lobster usually? I don't even know. Like, is a regular lobster 1 kg only, or less than 1 kg, or is a regular lobster like more than 1 kg? I know you're not gonna. Oh, here if you're not gonna, if it's not kicking or moving, you're not gonna buy it. Frozen? Hell no. Okay, I get ya. I know what you mean. But then like here, sometimes we do buy frozen as well because in here we can't buy fresh sometimes for certain animals. Like we cannot buy fresh chickens here. I know in Asia it's very popular to buy fresh chickens where they can kill them in front of you. It's not possible here, for example, right? You know, so every like a lot of stuff here is frozen. We also sell, like I said, we sell fresh lobsters, and fresh lobsters go with market price. The reason why people would buy frozen, like I said, is because frozen doesn't go by market price. Frozen might have like a set price, um, and so therefore it's cheaper. Definitely, it's not going to be as fresh tasting, obviously, as a fresh one, but it's an option. Yes. So Ronald is saying, do you want to see it 52.1 CV artifact? Whoa. Sure, put it in the I don't know if you can put a screenshot in the chat here, but feel free to put it into the Discord server though. So 2 to 2.5 kg, yeah. So then that means that it's expensive then because then it's gonna be $100 to $150 US for one lobster that's fresh. So here, even at the restaurants, even if they give you the market price for the fresh lobster, it's not going to be that much. Now, mind you, I don't know if they're charging you there for the full whole lobster, including the head and everything. Here, though, I will say the reason why it may be cheaper is because here they're not charging us for the head. If you're eating it at a restaurant, they're only charging you for the tail because no one's gonna eat the head. So there could be that as well. So different ways of like calculating it, I guess. Let's put it that way. Yeah. Like I'd say like maybe like a lobster at a restaurant here might be like 40, maybe $50 for like a lobster like plate or like a meal. There's also a restaurant chain in the US called Red Lobster, and their lobsters are some of them are fresh, some of them are not. But then like regardless, like that's their chain, what they're famous for. So then like they have really cheap ones too, and people love to eat there because like, you can get cheap lobster and cheap shrimp and prawns and stuff. So yeah, we don't have it here in Canada. Now you're scared of squid, sick of it. Seeing squid on the table can make you throw up. Really? Why? What happened? Did it attack you before when you were young or something and give you trauma? Or is it because like you recently like had to like kill one maybe or like deal with it and therefore it's like giving you like trauma?
金汤。 拒收并蓄。安如磐石。
无念，断绝。
于此。
Okay, hang on. I think I caught these earlier. Yes. Yeah, I did. So then here. Back in the days in the marine, 3 weeks in the sea, nothing to eat, so late night you just grab squid and eat it for 3. Oh, I see. So you just get bored of it and sick of it. Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
拒收并蓄。
But yeah, like, to each their own, right? Like, I mean, we don't eat the squid often here either, but we do have it. What was that? It's so easy, not even need fishing, just grab a bucket, throw it to sea, pull up at least 2 or 3. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's true. Squids are easy. But you probably think that it's gross after eating them, right? They're so delicious when you fry them. Or even on sushi or sashimi. But yeah, I can see if you're eating only that and you're getting sick of it, yeah.
捉到了。
终于还是到头了。
Morning ramen squid, lunch boiled squid, dinner fried squid. Yeah, I can see that. It's boring if you eat the same thing over and over. Mind you though, when you're doing dieting, you end up eating the same stuff every day too. When I was dieting to get, like, obviously to build muscle and obviously, yeah, that's just what it is, unfortunately. But, I mean, there's different ways too, so. I find that one of the most grossest things is, boiled chicken breast. But it works for growing muscle. And yeah, I would eat that like for a couple meals a day and it would just be boiled. It has no flavor. Sometimes I allow myself to add barbecue sauce. That's it. Yeah. No salt, no pepper, nothing. Some people say that adding hot sauce is fine, Because hot sauce doesn't have much calories in it, but I'm thinking that it has, well, barbecue sauce has lots of, it doesn't have much calories in it too, but barbecue sauce has sugar in it. So that's not good, but that's fine. I need some kind of flavor, but yeah, anyway. Yeah, so boiled chicken breast is a thing, and many celebrities do it too. Boiled chicken breast and broccoli. Yep. Yep, every day for 3 weeks. Yeah. Yeah, so when I was working out, like, I was working out for like 2 or 3 years, and yeah, I wouldn't say every day, but I would say I would swap because eventually I would get bored. Some weeks would be chicken breast only for multiple meals. It wouldn't be every all 3 meals, but it would be like 2 of the 3 meals. Maybe breakfast and lunch would be chicken breast. And then I would swap it to like pork. Same thing, just boiled, nothing else. And then I would swap it to like beef, like, and then eventually you get bored of all of it, right? Yeah. But for beef, I allowed myself to cook it, like to like fry it in the frying pan, not boiled. Yeah. But then like still, it was unflavored. But I would always just add barbecue sauce because I don't like spicy either, and I wouldn't like if I was working in the office, I wouldn't want to be like eating spicy food because it might be not smelly, but because it might be like make me sweat or whatever extra. If it's too spicy, I can't handle it. So yeah, anyway.
拒收并蓄。
Yep, working out is no joke and dieting is no joke. You have to actually commit to it and you have to like in a way you kind of have to count your calories, but in my case because I was trying to grow muscle, I was trying to count protein. So counting protein is like roughly 1 kg or no, let me see, 1 pound of weight. You should be eating at least 1 pound of like if you want to gain like 1 pound of muscle, you need to eat at least 1 pound of sorry, 1 kg of meat, right? So or protein. So then like yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, so 1 kg to try to get 1 pound, but then you're not really trying to gain it. Sorry, to maintain. So if for example if I weighed like I think right now I'm weighing like 150 or 160. But anyway, if I was weighing 160, but I wanted to become like say 175 or 180 because I want to gain that muscle, I have to eat 180 like kgs of
一男一
protein
我
in the
同载酒，
day throughout the whole day.
只可惜
So
故
and
人
then like chicken breast is a very dense meat that's dry obviously. And chicken breast is a lot of kg. Like one chicken breast can be like 30 kg. So like if you want to get that number, you have to eat chicken breast basically. Like the bigger the better or the more the better, right? That's how you have to count your protein if you're trying to work out and like I learned this from like watching bodybuilder tutorials and stuff like that. I was not trying to be a bodybuilder, but just trying to grow muscle, right? So then like that's what they say. Like if you so obviously in order for me to gain like I said like to become 180 kg worth of weight and including muscle, then I need to eat 180 pounds. I have to eat 180 kg of meat, which means if one chicken breast is roughly 20 to 30, depending on how big it is, right? Then like you have to eat so many chicken breasts in the day, and that's just chicken breast. But of course you can count other things too. Like you can eat like steak, um, pork or whatever, all that stuff just to make it add up, right? Like, it's fine. Like so I would mix it up. I would have some steak as well on some days, pork, and then I would have fish on other days, etc. And then because those are still protein. So yeah. Smoothie chicken breast? No, I wouldn't do a smoothie. I would just eat it, not to drink it. That's gross. Try Wii ice cream yet? Avocado blended smooth and ice cream and toasted coconut. Try it sometime and tell me the results.
接下来想去
Oh,
哪里？
no, I don't think so.
如果想
That
用
sounds
秘密
gross.
月龄盛
Now,
会，
we do eat
我有些
avocado
不错的
on
策划
rice
方案。
here. It's very popular, like with poke bowls. It's kind of like it's like a Hawaiian version of like those Japanese like donburi like bowls, right? So yeah. And then so avocado with rice is fine, and mayo or salad dressing is fine, right? Lemon, whatever. Yeah, and then like avocado toast is a very popular thing in North America. It's expensive for no reason, but it's a big thing apparently. Yeah. So like it's literally just toast with avocado. Now, of course, you will dress it up. You can add egg, you can add salt and pepper, obviously. You can add like whatever on top. But yeah, it's a thing. And then like coconut. I don't think that people eat coconut here as much, but what's popular in North America, I guess, is coconut water. Is very popular and it's expensive, but like it comes in little bottles and you can drink it. And I don't know. I don't love it, but I don't mind it. Yeah. Have you tried that wee ice cream thing that you're talking about? Try your way, Vietnam way. You'll be surprised. Really? Avocado blended with ice cream and toasted coconuts? Okay. Interesting. Well, I'll look into it. Yeah. I'm sure it might be good. Maybe you're right. We'll look into it. Oh, not blend with. So avocado is blended smooth, and then you add ice cream on top of it. Not blend it together. So just scoop it on top. So like two like So like blend it smooth, so then like the avocado is like almost like liquid, and then you add like ice cream on top of it, and then you sprinkle some toasted coconut on top. Is that what you mean? So you don't blend it all together. Okay, I see. So only the avocado is blended, so it's like a liquid or like a sauce, like an avocado sauce almost on the bottom, maybe? Ah, okay. Okay. Interesting. Well, I'll look into it. Thank you. We'll see. Right now, avocado. I went to the supermarket the other day, and I was gonna buy avocados too because I was having a craving. However, they're not cheap, so I didn't bother. They're like $2.50 for one, and I'm like, okay, well, no. So I didn't. Because that day I was already buying lots of other stuff. Like I was buying milk and eggs and like meat and everything like that already, and I had some leftover veggies already. I just craving a little bit of avocado, etc. And then like I bought a lot of stuff, and then like I was like, okay, well I don't want to carry them, and also like $2.50 for one is a bit expensive, so I might forget it. Let's just leave it for now. Yeah. Ooh, my Serenity Pot stuff might be done already, right? Is it? Let me check. Time flies. It's been like Wow, it's been like 3 hours already while doing this. Time is flying. Even though it was just us, a few of us chatting, but then like time flew by. Oh, this is not done yet. It's another hour. Well, I don't think I'm gonna stay up for another hour just for that. I ever quit a game because of toxic community? No, I haven't. Luckily, I know that there are other games out there that I've heard that has happened. Like people say Warcraft is like that. Is that right? I've never played Warcraft, so I don't know. I know what it is. Yeah. And then like people said some other ones are really toxic, and but I'm like thinking, well, you don't have to like join the community. I mean, technically, like you can just like ignore them, can't you? Like, or just not participate. Like, no one says that you have to like join any of their chats. You can just play the game, isn't it? Is that how it works? Why have you quit one because of that, Rishav? Otherwise, just avocado and everything. I'm toxic, so no. Warcraft is very toxic. Yeah, apparently. Um, so I've heard good things about Final Fantasy 2014's online community. People are very friendly and welcoming of new players, even though like obviously the game has been out for like 10 years or more already. But people are willing to help, which is very nice. I think that Genshin community is mixed. I think there are some really nice people, but there are also some really mean people. I think that's with anything, especially when I see some other Twitch streamers or other YouTube streamers. Some of them get trolled, and some of them like have people that are really mean towards them. I don't know why people are being so personal either. They're just talking and they're just playing a game. It's like if you don't like the way I see it is if you don't like the YouTuber or the streamer or the Twitch streamer like playing the game, then don't watch them. Like why do you have to like criticize them, you know? So anyway, so thank God, hopefully overall, like I haven't had too many people criticize me. It's fine, but then I also am not like showing my face either. So I'm thinking like that's why I'm also worried about, and I haven't done that yet either. What if I like show my face and then people criticize me? I don't know if I could take it. Not because I'm not confident in my looks or myself, but I don't know that I would like to take the negativity. Like right now, I just keep it fun and lighthearted and casual. But then I know some people, not just YouTubers or streamers or whatever or influencers, but I mean like I mean like celebrities, they get really stressed out when people like criticize them. Um, and even though I'm a very positive person overall, and obviously I'm quite mature, I'm older than most of you guys. Um, I still would not like it with people. Like I don't think anyone in this world would like it if people criticize them if they were yeah. So yeah, you've quit several Reshav. Okay, you play League of Legends, got banned set 8 accounts in last 3 years. Wow. Okay. Wow, Isla. Well, I'm glad that you're nice here. Well, maybe having a daughter has made you nicer. Hopefully. So Isla, are you a whale on all of your games? Like, do you have to whale on every single game? And does that mean that you're gonna buy, or play, not buy, play Honkai Star Rail when it launches and then whale on that gacha as well? And also ZZZ in the future? I wish they allow crossover plays soon too. I think you should jump on in the Honkai Star Rail early. Who knows? You might become a prominent content creator there. Yeah, I'll be honest. I was thinking something similar. I was like, maybe I need to like get onto the next trendy game like earlier. Like obviously I missed the boat on this because I didn't start streaming right when it first came out, and obviously yeah, and like people like Tectone and Tenha and all of them obviously dominate, right? You know? So, oops, it flew away again. Because I think her stupid bracelet doesn't charge up right away. Okay, whatever. Um, we'll see. I don't know. Like, I'll be honest. Like, on the one hand, it's fun, and all like playing this game is fun too, right? But then, like, on the other hand, being a streamer and maintaining, I don't know if I'm ready for that. I'll be honest. There's that. I'm not sure if I'm ready to like be like out there because remember Tectone and Tenha and all those guys, they all became big, and Mtash and all of them, they all became big because they show their face and stuff, and they do many streams, and they play very often. I don't know, like, I'll be honest, they don't have a job because they obviously make enough to not work. I'm comfortable, but I am still looking for a full-time job. And if I got a full-time job, I wouldn't be able to do it as much as them. So there's that too. We'll see what happens. I'm definitely happy to entertain the idea though. Yes, to grow the channel, to grow my following and subscribers, and like to try, of course. And I am interested in the game, just so we're clear. I am genuinely interested in Honkai Star Rail. I was not interested when the first trailer dropped over 6 months ago, but in the more recent not leaks, but the official beta gameplay that they allowed the beta testers to show, which is interesting that I saw the rules, they allowed them to, so that it's not considered leaks, that's why. Even though the whole story will be leaked already by now, but anyway, they let them. So then, like, it's very interesting. I didn't watch it because I don't want to spoil it, but the game mechanics have gotten a little bit better, but they still kind of seem slow to me for like a RPG. And also, I'll be honest, their moves seem really boring. Like they only have the 1 or 2 moves each character, and then like they don't have anything else that they can offer. So that's kind of like, but mind you, these characters are similar. But then mind you, here at least we can flip characters really quickly. There it's like slower because it's turn-based. So I'm not sure. So for that game, I'm not sure that I will gacha on it. I will pay. I mean, I will probably just play it and try to go an F2P route. Yeah. You don't know yet, but back 2014 to 2016, you will like nearly 200k in games. 20k. Whoa, 200k. 20k is still a lot. It's fine. I mean, as long as you had fun, right? And that you felt that it was worth it. I think when times are good, like when you're making money and like you're having fun, things are fine. But when times are not good, like right now, for example, when the economy is shitty and like things are not going well, then like in my case, obviously I don't have a job either. So then like when you're not feeling like that confident and when things are not going your way, then you won't want to spend extra money and you don't want to waste it, obviously. So that's why I'm purposely even before I lost my job, I was really thinking like moving forward for this game, I need to like spend less too, right? Which is what I have already with the last 2 patches, or since like 2 point something, I forgot. Like Chun and we were talking way back then, and then yeah. But then here and there I did spend, as you guys know. But then like overall, I think moving forward, I'll just keep it more low spend, and I don't foresee trying to jump on the bandwagon to like buy any characters or any weapons anymore. Hopefully. I mean, I'm gonna press my luck and hopefully I don't need to, and I can just get by with whatever comes free. Yeah, that would be preferred. You can play from the FGP perspective? Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna, for the Honkai Star Rail, yeah, I think so. The only problem I can see that they're gonna do for that game, I don't know how the mechanics work, but I have a feeling that they're gonna make it like this game, where you need to like farm like crazy for this stuff to like level them up. Whereas in regular RPGs, like Scarlet Nexus even, like when I'm off stream, I can level up my characters and level them up no problem. Like I can just farm a few like places over and over and I'll be fine, right? I have a feeling in that other game, like you're gonna have to like farm the equivalent of ley lines and just keep doing it over and over, and it's gonna cost whatever the equivalent is for resin, and that's why that one's gonna be gated. I have a feeling. I mean, because at the end of the day, it's a gacha game, so it's gonna be just more painful. I'll be honest. Because in most turn-based RPGs, JRPGs, you can just like keep farming. I mean, yeah, you could grind it, right? That's part of the grind, and people are okay with that, like whether that's like Final Fantasy or any of them, right? You know, but then like yeah, because it's a gacha game, obviously from Hoyoverse, then like clearly they're not gonna let you like level up your characters like by grinding only. They're gonna limit it based on like resin or whatever it's gonna be called. You have a job, house, wife, and kids, some money in the bank, nothing you need to care about. So spending some money in the game is not a problem. Exactly. That's what I meant. So when things are going good, it's okay to spend the money. That's exactly what I meant. Like, I mean, when I was like, when I had my job before, and like I was like here and there, I jumped out of like not spending for this game, and I still jumped in and spent a little bit here and there, right? So then like that's fine because you have a job, right? But now I don't have a job, so obviously I wouldn't be willing to like spend that. And like I said at the beginning of this video, like the stock market's like shit, you know, crypto market's shit, everything is down, real estate is down, right? I mean, like my stock market portfolio is down by a lot. Not as bad as in the beginning of the pandemic, but still pretty bad. And yeah, it's pretty shitty. So when these things happen, you don't feel confident or willing to like spend money, let's put it that way, on unnecessary things such as games. Although I say that, and then like as I said, I just like I said before, I bought the SAO DLC for Tales of Arise. It was cheap, but it was still money. And then I bought Grand Blue Fantasy Versus when that was on sale like last week or whatever, and I still haven't played that game. I mean, I played a little bit of it, but I haven't started the RPG story mode yet. But I played the training mode. Yeah, off stream. So I'm gonna probably do the RPG mode on stream, and I want to finish my Scarlet Nexus Yuito path. And then we'll just maybe take a break before we continue on with the Kasane path. Yeah. But yeah, like definitely, like when I was like fully employed and like making money and stuff, like it's easier to spend the money, obviously. It's always easier to spend than to earn, right? But like right now I'm so comfortable. I have my apartment that I own. I still have rent that I receive from another apartment that I own. I still have some money that I receive from the stocks. Of course, some of them have gone down, but some of them may no longer pay out extra money. I don't know. We'll have to see. And then, yeah, like I can't flip some of the stocks anymore because they're down. I can't sell them to flip a profit. So I'm stuck with them. So there's that. And then, yeah, I don't have my job now. So, yeah. But I am grateful that I still have this home and I have rent that I can collect and um, yeah, like I'm happy that the values of my properties are still more than I paid for them, so that's fine. But we have to pay these maintenance costs. Like for example, later this month I have to pay property tax. So a lot of my expenses are just coming up right now. While especially it just sucks more because I'm unemployed. So like it's a lot more money going out the window than I'm getting in some cases. But these are the heavier months. And then after this month, if there should be no more major purchases um, for a few months. Yeah. Unless I go and buy the new computer and the new iPhone and all that stuff, then yes, those are obviously extra purchases. I might do those ones under a payment plan because it's 0% interest anyway. So I might do that, like sign a contract and pay monthly instead. So that could be a one way. And then, um, yeah, and then I have to pay my car insurance later in the year, and I pay it as a lump sum amount. But you can switch to a monthly as well. So yeah, these are the things about being an adult. So Risha brought this up last time, but like I talked about kids and stuff. So I also said like I'm glad that I don't have kids in this case and I'm not married because if I did and then if I lost my job, which I did, then like it's gonna be more stressful for me because then I would feel more stressed to like provide obviously for the family. So I'm comfortable right now where it's just me and that's fine. You tried to open a cafe shop, but right now time of COVID to close it. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, a lot of restaurants and cafes had to close during COVID for lockdown reasons, and then a lot of them are like bleeding money, right? Because if you sign a contract, like you have to lease and rent the space for the shop, right? And then like you have to continue to pay that rent every month, right? Even if your business is not open. So that's like bleeding money, right? So yeah, totally understand.
物若金汤，
So I'm happy that my tenants are good tenants and that they are paying. So that's good for my rent. Yeah.
物若金汤，
无处遁逃。道光，异性永恒。还是道，终于还是。
Yeah, we all have times like that. When the time comes, you need family and friends most. Yeah, I guess.
拒收
We'll
并
see what the
蓄，
future brings. We don't know, right? I can't control that.
眼生如何呢？ And everyone has good times and bad times. It's normal, right? So that's just what it is. We can't always have only the good, right? So yeah, I mean, I've again been around long enough to know that, stock markets go down, the economy goes down, stuff
拒收
happens.
并蓄，
So luckily I did save pretty frugal overall, so I did save a lot of my money over the years, so and then just mostly invested it. It's just yeah. And obviously I've seen my portfolio drop before, so it's not a big deal. But then yeah, it's just shitty, that's all. And the only big expenses are currently, for me at least, currently is video games. And of course the regular expenses like living, like um, food, housing, stuff like that. And then like obviously I don't travel anymore because we can't. I mean now that it's open, but still other countries aren't open. And traveling is expensive. And they said that this year it's even more expensive because of oil price increase and because there's lesser flights available because there's less staff that they hired back for all carriers, airplanes, and also airports. So like it's like almost 50% extra if you're going to travel this year. So it's like, I'm not gonna pay extra 50%. That's crazy.
“物若金汤”。天动万象，
微光无射。嘿，
Yeah, the airlines don't make a concession for us during our times of trouble. Heck, they want to charge us more. Yep, and they want to make back up the losses that they incurred over the last 2 years. And many businesses are trying to do that right now. Which is bullshit because a lot of businesses actually, well, not airlines, but other businesses, some businesses got bailouts. They got like government funding to cover them for those last 2 years so that they wouldn't go bankrupt or go out of business. So I don't know. And many of the companies,
because of shrinkflation, they're reducing the amount of products that you receive inside of food and packaged items, but the price is either the same or they're increasing the price. And they're not going to change the prices back when things are settled in the future. They're not going to like make the bag of chips or the soft drinks like bigger again. They're going to keep them the shrunken size, and then for the same price. So like, it's bad all around. But I guess the positive is just eat less and drink less of that junk. Yeah. But that also translates to not junk stuff too. Why should we bail them out? They weren't bailed. They're not being bailed out now. They were bailed out the last 2 years. And then people are now arguing that it's because also the governments were also, I don't know about India or Vietnam, but like Canada and the US, people like regular citizens and companies were bailed out the last 2 years. So people just got money. A lot of people got money. They were eligible, depending on the situation, but a lot of people were eligible to just get money, over the last few years. So that also contributed apparently to the inflation that we're seeing now, because a lot more money was printed and given out to people that ended up not using the money. They just saved it all. So in a way, now they have to spend more. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's crappy. Of course, COVID's not gone yet, so a lot of other crap is happening, like supply chain issues and all that, so. Hello, Wid. Oh, hello. Oh, Vinny Kitty. Hi, how are you? We're just chatting and chilling, and Genshin just in the background. Are you a newer player, Vinny, or are you like a veteran player?
中场收工，无处遁逃。
幽灵到此头了，终于还是。
In time of COVID, government support us really much, but still have some greedy bastards sucking blood out of the pandemic, but they all get what they deserve. Oh, okay, interesting.
此乃天道。
Yeah, like in the US, there was a lot of, what is that, fraud, during the pandemic as well. People were making up fake businesses and like, stuff like that to claim like the free bailout money, or it's considered free, I guess. So then like, anyway, it was bad. So then, for the US at least, that has nothing to do with us in Canada. So I don't know if that happened in Canada. Maybe it did, maybe not as much. I don't know. But in the US, a lot of people were arrested for that. Yeah. Because some people were claiming it for their business, but they ended up spending those like millions of dollars on themselves, like to buy like fancy things and whatever it was. Yeah, it was in the news. So they did get arrested. All right, is there anything else that anyone wants to talk about or anything? It is 5:30 a.m. my time. So, and I've done everything that I was supposed to do. I kept checking this list. I think we're good in terms of everything that I need to do. Caught up for like my daily routine and the weekly stuff. I mean, the event is now done, so that's the ending was a disappointment, but it's done. And then yeah, I'll be doing the Abyss, I think later tomorrow-ish. And then of course pulling for Kuki Shinobu, right? And then building her, stuff like that. So those are to come. I'm gonna do the hangout events too, I guess. I'll probably do them on stream. So, but because hangout events are really boring, I'm gonna play like chat while I'm doing them instead. So, yeah. So probably like it'll be like I have to do Ningguangs and Nunjins, and then cookies is the next one, right? So I have to do those. Yeah. So that's all. And like I'm pretty much trying to finish off all the actual event related stuff. Exploration stuff I kind of gave up on already. So, yeah. Okay, well, thank you guys for joining me then. I guess I will stop here. And thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, and I will see you there, and definitely have a great day.
日再见。
Alright, thank you guys.